The Santa variant.
Dead ass, bro. Dead ass. It might be. It might be. But welcome. We are here with a special holiday episode of No Cooldown. What's going on?
Hey.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Of course, with me, I got the usual suspects, you know what I'm saying? From a certain universe, he goes by Bodega Man. Weneasy himself, you know what I'm saying? Here to stop in. Give us 2 cents on stuff today. How you doing, Weneasy?
I'm good. I'm a little upset. I definitely don't have my bonnet, and it would have been a great trend, but I totally cannot find it.
Oh my! I just.
This wasn't even planned. Like,
I know. I'm jealous still.
Not planned at all.
Not planned at all.
It's just a bonnet sink, bro. Literally, want to go like this to the fucking other side. Oh shoot, man. But I didn't even introduce myself. Damn it. Whatever, y'all. Y'all know who I am. I'm about to say that man Tripp. I'm about to say one dude with a bonnet. I'm
one dude with a bonnet.
Some parts. I'm out here. I spread love. That's all I do. Anyways, we are here with a special guest to talk about some special topics, man. Thank y'all. We have an interim. He's gonna have a full episode at some point down the line, but we had to bring him in because you know what I'm saying. He really wanted to talk about shit today. So please welcome Thousand Island Sauce. You know what I'm saying? Choss, the sauce in the building. How you doing? How you feeling, sir?
How y'all feeling, man? Appreciate y'all having me. Thank you so very much.
Listen, this man came right through the DM and said, "Listen, we gotta talk about this shit. If y'all motherfuckers have an episode, I'm gonna be there." This man was talking like Julius, everybody hates Chris. This man had the bat. He's like, "I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there."
I usually don't invite myself to pods, but like if this is Spider-Man related, I felt this especially in my heart, and I had to be here, bro. I had to.
Oh my gosh! Listen, man. I don't mind it whatsoever. Again, I know I had to hold off in general on guests and stuff like that because we're trying to get everything looking all spiffy and pretty. You know what I'm saying? For when guests come on, we have a whole format for y'all. But we had to call an audible this time because the passion that Charles showed in the DMs was really outstanding. So we had to bring him in for this conversation. Now, we're going to keep it a little bit briefer and condense the topics into basically just 2 main ones. First and foremost, you just got to get right into it, man. Spider-Man, finally, the veil has been lifted. Even though niggas was talking about spoilers from like the day after it came out.
Wait.
In less than that.
What? One last warning. If you do not want spoilers for Spider-Man, stop watching. And watch the VOD. I will let y'all know what time y'all can skip to the other parts. But do not, if you do not want Spider-Man to be spoiled, do not keep watching. You have no right to complain to me.
I'm gonna talk about this movie.
Yeah, we're talking a lot about it. We're talking a lot about it.
We're talking about it.
Well, listen, facts though. Big spoiler warning. It's literally been a week past as of this recording. It might be even later when y'all see this. So y'all need to watch this damn movie. That's my warning to y'all.
That's the grace period. That's the grace period. A week. You have a week.
Y'all got family and stuff over and stuff like that. Forget that. No. Go to the movie theater.
Take the family to the movie theater.
Now.
Family to the movies, right?
That's the real priority here. All right. I'm watching y'all. Anyways, that's, you know what I'm saying. Warnings aside, we can actually get into it. Yes. So yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home released, of course, being met with a lot of, you know what I'm saying, worldwide reception, looking really, really hitting all over the board in terms of, again, reception and numbers and stuff. I think it was like, 700 and something million the first weekend and stuff. I think it's 740. I was about to say off the top of my head, it was crazy numbers. It was like 50 million for Thursday preview.
50 something. I remember that. Yeah.
Like the third highest opening or something like that for a Thursday in history. I'm like, damn.
Put it up numbers. Put it up numbers, boy.
You know what I'm saying? This movie seems like it was a long time in the making and is being received pretty well in the box office.
Oh yeah.
We're just gonna break it down in a couple of different ways, and we'll probably just branch off into whatever we're talking about. As we go along. But first, I just wanted to focus in on the overall plot and the flow of the story. Let's just get into it. Let's talk about how you felt about the general story overall. How it hit you? You think there was like any good or bad to it? The overall, I guess, the plot and execution of it. What's going on with y'all?
For me, it was like I don't even know how to like really. It wasn't bad. I liked it a lot. I thought the pacing was really cool. I wasn't a big fan. Towards the end, it was a little less climactic than I thought it was going to be, but that's just like a personal thing. I thought all in all, it was really, really, it was really well done. I think that the first half was, to me, in my opinion, the first half was the stronger half of the movie. But the later, that doesn't take away from the later half, because the later half is still fucking phenomenal. But
right.
I just felt like there's a reason why Tom Holland is the Spider-Man that is going to have the most Spider-Man movies, and in this one he kind of really shows you why. Like he definitely was killing the shit. He was doing really well. I am a big fan of the story. I love Doctor Strange. He's one of my favorite Marvel superheroes probably of all time. As of right now, actually Wolverine is above him, but big fan of Doctor Strange. Seeing
Respect.
Seeing him in his prime, because he in Infinity War he got like at the end he got out of there. In the second one, like he just became Sorcerer Supreme too. This one was like an older, more established Doctor Strange. So it was all around a fun time. I enjoyed the story. I have really no complaints on that front.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to say, Charles, actually you go first. Go.
No. I was just gonna say, I thought like if the question was about the pace and plot of the movie, I think the pacing, the beginning, started a little slow, a little bit, but of course you gotta, I guess, reintroduce people to what the story is about. You know what I mean? So of course you get the pretty much the recap of what happened in the last movie, Mysterio revealing Peter's identity. Of course, we've seen that. We've seen the preview. We know what happened in the last movie, but of course, you got to take up 2 to 5 minutes to recap everybody as to what happened. So, of course, that cool. We get it. That's cool. Everything up until maybe, let me see, where would I say? Everybody starts coming in from other universes. I say that was probably, I agree with Win, where that is probably the better part of the movie. We get everything from Tom's perspective. We get the risk. We're able to see what is following Peter's identity being revealed and the consequences that come with that. And so when a movie doesn't have consequences, it's not really a good movie. Like, you have nothing to enjoy or sit through. There's no real plot, really. So I think that established the movie and it set a good tone for the rest of it. So I think as far as plot goes, I think it was a solid, probably about 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Yeah. I would tend to agree, like 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Like really, really solid overall thing. Again, it's with just wanted to touch on the first part of the movie. Again, I liked how they expanded on his reaction instead of, him being Spider-Man, just him being Peter Parker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Reacting, his world basically crumbling, everybody around him being affected by his identity. And it's like, it just really encapsulated kind of like the toll that Spider-Man has to take if that secret identity got revealed. That's like, it showed you the weight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of times where in previous Spider-Man films and stuff like that, of course, his identity got revealed to a couple people, and it's like, it was grave in the sense of, he can target the ones you love most or something like that, or like, because of the close relationship between the Peter Parker and the enemy from beforehand. But this showed if the whole world knew, and it just kind of took that weight to another level for me, where it's like, if you were doing this, and this random ass dude with a bald ass head is on TV spouting all this stuff like InfoWars style, like, he's a spider menace, like, and then they know who you are and they match 1 and 1, like, your whole world turns upside down. Like, you get basically discriminated against because of who you are and what you've done. So it's like the weight of that against the entire world and society as we know it, showing that in full force with again with people, all 3 of them getting denied from MIT. Like Happy and Aunt May getting stalked all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got Flash bum ass trying to ride your coattails, talking about, oh yeah, your friend and stuff
Best
like
friend,
that.
Yeah.
And it's just so many different crazy things happen, but it just upends all the balance that you had in the life you maintained. You know what I'm saying? It's like, as a person, I'm like just trying to think of it in the perspective of, Peter's just still a kid. You know what I'm saying? He's not quite there where he's a full grown adult, but he's learning. But then this is a really crazy thing where he just started to achieve balance in his life, where he's trying to figure out, he's got the people in his life that know he's Spider-Man, and he's got his responsibilities as Spider-Man, and he kind of hit that stride. And as soon as he does that, you know what I'm saying, as soon as he figures out to kind of trust himself and he gets a little bit better, he's growing. His whole identity gets revealed, and like, throw that shit out the window. So I really enjoyed that first part of the again the film, that first act, because it really just set the scene of the weight of his identity. and how that actually plays such an important factor, you know, in all the Spider-Man lore and what that really meant. So I really enjoyed that.
Definitely.
Second part plot wise, I feel like the realist in me was like, nigga, why didn't you listen to Doctor Strange, bro? What's going on? Let's get these niggas out of here. Yeah. Let's get them out of here, please.
But I would like to rebuttal with that, because the fact that he didn't listen to Strange is a very Spider-Man-esque thing to do. Spider-Man wants to save everybody, even his enemies. And that in it of himself, everyone hates it. Logically, I hate it.
Yes.
But at the same time, you have to respect it. Like, yo, this is Spider-Man. He cares about everybody deeply. Like, this isn't just for
it's not just for the sake of the movie. Yeah, it's not for the sake of the movie plot or whatever. Like, when I took a step back, you know what I'm saying, after I had my initial reaction of, yo, this nigga tripping, bro. He's tripping. I would have had these. Do you not know who that is? Oh, he doesn't. But I'm like, bro, you know who that is. Nah, man. Nah.
He's somewhat of a scientist, so that's all I know.
Yeah, bro. Somewhat of a damn terrorist, bro. Listen, but like, once I got past that initial feeling of, okay, damn, why are you doing this? But then that scene with him and Aunt May in the feast office and stuff in the back kitchen, like, it again put in perspective of me, like, Spider-Man's character and the spirit of Spider-Man, that ethos of, you know, he wants to do his utmost to be that friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that saves everybody, that lends a helping hand to everybody, even if they're the ops, basically. So that's just like, damn, Spider-Man at his core is such a pure character. You know what I'm saying? Like, very, very pure and caring towards others and stuff like that. But as you can see, shit can go left and right, tainted, depending on how his environment's affected. But I understood why the plot went the way it went in the second act, based on his character and stuff.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I was about to say, what you feeling? You posturing? He said, okay.
Right. He out here thinking. He's like, I don't know about that one, boss.
I mean, like, the whole time when he had the box and he was just like, yo, you know, you press this button, you send it back. In my mind, I was like, oh, end movie, boom, I'm out of here. Like, all right, cool, everything goes back to normal. I really liked. I agree with you that is very much a Spider-Man thing to want to help people. I kind of hate how that spirit was kind of tainted towards the end, where like old Spidey had to help him realize to make the right decision, kind of thing. Because I felt like, in my opinion, it felt kind of like, I don't think he would have really have done that. But I understand that it's rage, so like I wasn't too. That's like me being nitpicky, I guess. Like, I understand that there was a lot of emotions going on there. In my mind, I was like, I thought he was just gonna like slam it on the ground or something like that.
I don't know, man. Someone kills your only family, and you just go let it slide.
But the issue with me was like, I just felt that my man was super calm and collected up until like he had the chance to do it, and I was like, but I'm not saying that was like the bad move on anybody's part. That was the only part where I was just like, I don't know if he would have. I don't know if I would have let him do that. But again, I'm not the fucking writer. I didn't make Spider-Man. So at the end of the day, it was really cool. One thing I didn't like actually was the portrayal of the other Spider-Man. I felt like they could have been.
Talk about it.
I felt like they could have went way harder than they actually did. Like, it just felt like.
I agree. But go ahead, go off.
I just think, like, with Andrew Garfield's character, when they revealed that dark ass fucking moment after this motherfucker's basically like the laughing stock for, like, he was the comedic relief for a majority of the movie, for like a majority of his time there, and then they were like, oh yeah, I just be fucking killing people, and I'm like, oh word, oh word.
I stopped pulling my punches.
I was like, oh, and I was just like. What? And then they kind of just speed past it, and then they're just like, hey man, you need to start believing in yourself. And he's like, oh, I know guys. And I'm like, yeah, you're talking about fucking murder. I'm not saying. And then like with Toby's character, it was kind of just like I felt like they could have did more. It felt like they took both of those characters from like the ends of their movie, plucked them straight out of there, and then we're just like, all right, here you go. And I wanted more time, just because we didn't get to see the continuation of their stories, which is fine. But I think as a fan, it would have been cool if, like, I think personally, when I was watching it, I was just like, yo, if Andrew Garfield came into this place with a shaved head and he was like hella fucking like Punisher style angry, or like that type of vibe, I thought it would have been cool, because like this motherfucker is now a Spider-Man that kills people. This is a different multiverse Spider-Man. Like, this is completely different, as opposed to like because you know how like in Enter the Spider-Verse, you had very different Spider-Man, and that's what made it cool, is that everybody was very different. This kind of just felt like different levels of like the same kind of guy.
And Peter.
Like and I like Toby a lot, but his character just kind of just felt like.
I mean, he had like 4 lines, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was just like,
he had like 4 or 5 lines.
Yeah, they didn't give them enough room to like again to get a full, I guess, a full boatload of like lines and just characterization in, and like for the time period that they were at. And I feel like that's chalked up to the fact that you have to work in so many bounds. And again, with the rumors and stuff that they were already planning, of course, with the whole lineage of Spider-Man with the 2 main Spideys in cinema, they were gonna stick with that format. I personally, in my heart of hearts, would love to see like, okay, cool. Do you pull like maybe like a Miles or a Miguel O'Hara or something like that? But I'm not mad at that. I understand they have to work within the bounds of the Sony relationship and all the past movies. So
contracts and all that good stuff.
Toby and Andrew were gonna be the shoe-ins. They were gonna be the 2 main. Like that.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like the amount of time that they had to try and fit into this movie, the amount of content they had to try and fit into this stuff, I felt like they wanted to focus mostly on Tom, and
of course,
have those moments of support and kind of have like those add-ons of character and add-ons of color to Tom Holland's character with the other 2 Spideys. And I feel like it was kind of like symbiotic in a sense, no pun intended. Like, whereas like they added on to different parts of the character, different parts of Tom's development, facing the time of grief, facing Aunt May's death, being a team. And it's kind of like again that relationship to build mainly for Tom. It was kind of like they came in as they're like support characters. Nigga, you in a fighting game, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They jump in, do their thing, jump out, and I wish this was like a 4-hour movie so they can get like full scenes in. Like, give me a full like 8 to 12
I wanted some
minute
flashbacks, man. I wanted some flashbacks.
Yeah, but I feel like that with the time and the pacing of it, they really wanted to keep the ball rolling and again give you that jolt of excitement with the 2 additions and the banter between all 3 of them, but not again not necessarily wasting, but not giving too much time to that and focusing on the main plot of they have to focus on getting these people back. They have to focus on the task at hand because time's still of the essence. So I feel like that's why the time constraint and them not getting enough lines, like it was the way it was.
Yeah, I think everyone has to realize this is a Tom Holland movie.
Yeah,
this is not a Spider-Verse movie. This is a Tom Holland movie. This is Disney, Marvel saying this is Spider-Man. What happened in the past is the past. Like for whatever reason, contractual reasons or age, whatever it may be, that's the past. And I'm glad they gave redemption to the older characters and gave them their moments to fix the mistakes that they made. But this is a Tom Holland movie. This is his coming of age movie. He no longer has any real parental figures anymore. He doesn't have. I don't know if you want to touch on that right now, but like he doesn't have Tony anymore. Okay, cool. He doesn't have Strange anymore because of the forget spell. He doesn't have Aunt May anymore. Like he's literally by himself. And now this is the pulling myself up by the bootstraps, getting it from the mud story. So this is, don't get me wrong, I wanted backstories, especially with Andrew. Like, yeah, I kill people. Like, how did that affect you as Spidey? How do people look at your being? How do people like look at?
The way you said that. The way you said that.
No,
I kill people. How does it make you feel?
No, literally, like, how does the media portray Spider-Man like in that universe? Of course, like Toby being a more mature Spider-Man, how does he handle being Spider-Man? Of course, they talked about their regret and their guilt from not saving the ones that they love, but like they don't talk about their tenure as Spider-Man in their respective universes. And I wish we would have gotten that. I really do.
Yeah. I feel we only got like little like itty bitty tidbits like right there.
Yeah.
And it's like you know what I'm saying, with the line like Toby said, like, oh yeah, like I mean he's talking about like him and MJ and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, we made it work. So like I assume like again we have little like like not again like a breadcrumb of like, okay, he was still Spider-Man, but he somehow patched things up with MJ and he's still Spider-Man or he retired or whatever. And then of course with Andrew with the stop pulling my punches, he's again still actively Spider-Man, but you know what, something happened along the way where stuff went really really left. And I just want more. I want more. This is one of those times I was like, yo, give me the director's cut. Give me more hours.
Please. Because it seemed like he also redeemed himself from being a murderer. Because he said, I stopped. He didn't say it like present tense. Like he said it like Like there was a period of time in which he stopped pulling his punches. So like, what led him to find that morality again, that humanity again, to say, all right, I'm doing this for a good cause. Like I wanted to see that. That is something I did want to see.
One thing that was kind of confusing to me, and it's literally not anybody's fault. This would have been a very, very like, basically what I'm about to say is something that either for me would have been cool, but everybody would have hated. Or if they would have did it, people would have loved, but people would have wanted the other way. I hated the fact that all their fucking suits looked very identical when they were fighting. Specifically Toby and Andrew, because when they were doing the big fight, I kind of knew who was fighting around, but I was also like a little confused because their suits are very similar. The only difference is like Andrew's has the long spider, but it's hard to see the long spider when it's dark and they're all swinging around. So I was just like, part of me would have been like, you know, cool if they had like some cool suit upgrades, or like if again, I can't do like, I keep wanting more. Like I keep having this idea. I have all these ideas for Andrew. Like, what if instead of Andrew coming over, he had the regular suit, but he came over with the noir Spider-Man, which is a different Spider-Man who's like more stealthy and more like a fucking. I feel like that Spider-Man would have fit, and they would have brought more stuff into the multiverse.
Or what if he had symbiote suit?
You know what I'm saying? That would have been different, because now it's like, oh, that's a whole different thing. Like it just brings more textures into the thing. But again, I completely understand that there's probably some like a lot of motherfuckers like, yo, whoa, we cannot do all this crazy shit because there's 7 movies we already got planned or whatever.
He said we gotta make money, y'all. Hold on, we can't blow it all here.
Exactly.
Hang on.
All in all,
go ahead.
I loved, and this is the thing is that like my favorite parts of the movie was like Goblin and Tom fighting in the apartment building. That was the hypest shit I ever seen in my life. That shit was crazy. Floor. Whoa, I stood up from my chair when I was like, oh, like he was just like, bow. And then Spider-Man's like, I'm going back in there. And he was like, what's up? Bow. And I was like, yo.
Power bomb, baby.
I was like, get some distance from this man. He just,
hands down.
No gadgets, just straight hands. And I'm like, he's 78. Fucking you up.
Bro.
But my favorite parts was like that, like that was like what, like honestly probably my favorite part of the whole movie. But then like when I see the other Spider-Mans, I'm like, this is cool, but like I don't know, it didn't have as much impact as the Green Goblin scene. I love the other Spider-Mans. I just like, I don't know what it was about it. I was just like, I felt like they really could have done more, but they took the safer route with that part. But like
they were cameos essentially.
It was just like, it's just like, hey, what's good? And like I was just kind of like
audience applause.
Everyone's like,
in which I was heavily a part of. David, I was there.
When Toby appeared, I was like, this motherfucker looks like a Red Ranger. He doesn't even look like a Spider-Man. Like he looks like he's like that's what he looks like. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you look like a youth pass. I'm like, he definitely does look like a fucking.
My boy, so you still got the suit?
Speaking of the suit, bro. I love the fact he was like, I got it on me. I got it on me. Relax. Got that thing on me.
Come around this way, you will get caught.
Let him know.
I loved all the little like cameos of like, oh, you just make your own. All right, cool. Like, so now I'm just asking, like, was there any like that was like that those little like
the part of the movie? One thing I hated, one little nod to the fans, I absolutely fucking hated. Go get him, Tiger. Bitch, that is not your line. That is not that upset me so fucking much. Like, why is this random girl saying go get him, Tiger? I would have absolutely fucking loved if either Toby said it or of course MJ said it. If Toby said it, I would have been like, "Oh my god!"
I know.
That would have hit so hard for me. That would have hit so hard for me. But why is she saying this? That I'm like, there's no reason for that.
That
blew me.
I feel like they were just trying to fit as much nostalgia lines into the layers of the movie as possible.
And that was the back half of the movie, like. A lot of nostalgia.
They were just trying to pile it on. As much as they could. So they were just like, yo, just throw this there, put that there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they'll catch that shit here, rig it all up, and run. Like, that was like, I feel like that was their plan. It worked a lot. It worked very, very well. But I feel like they were just like, yo, let's just see how much we can actually pack in there. Like, how many shirts can you put on? You know what I'm saying? How many layers can you put on before it looks like really, really noticeable and stuff? Like,
and there's a right way to do it. And like, there were some parts of it, like, I'm a bit of a scientist, like that was a really good way of doing it.
Yeah.
But,
But when you do things like
when
you try to shoehorn it, it kind of takes you out of the experience. Like I would rather them just not say the shit at all, and I wouldn't even have noticed. But like,
yeah.
But I will say for the majority of this movie, they did it right.
They did a lot. This was the
inclusion of nostalgia really, really well.
Yep.
This movie was a love letter to the fans of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like,
it really was.
100%.
I was watching it kind of like I was watching it as a movie at first. I was like, be super critical. I was like, this isn't a movie where it's like you're watching this as like The Departed or something. This is more of like this is for you to have fun. If you like Spider-Man, you're gonna have a blast in this movie. And all in all, they did that while making a pretty solid movie.
Yes.
At the same time.
I agree, and that's a hard thing to do. Like, you want to cater to the dedicated fans who have literally sat in movies since 2001 or 2, watching from the first Spider-Man to now. You know what I'm saying? You want to give them the world and give them all the things that they remember from the past 20 years of magic. You know what I'm saying? But you also want to make a good quality film that can stand up in terms of the test of time. You can come back in a few years and be like, yo, this was a good movie. It wasn't like nostalgia driven entirely. Like, there was actually some stuff sitting down there. And I feel like they struck a good balance with it. And that's why I feel like I like this movie a lot. Of course, because why the fuck not? But but I feel like in execution, objectively, they did a lot of good things and they did a lot of things right with it, which is amazing. But I do want to backtrack just a little bit. One thing I do want to say, I want to talk about that scene with Green Goblin in the apartment, because goodness gracious, man. Let me just preface this by saying, now that he's in the MCU, technically, he is that guy. He's that guy, pal. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't care if he was there for one movie. I don't care if he'll pop up for another movie. Willem Dafoe as Norman Osborn as Green Goblin is that guy. He's that guy in the MCU. He's that villain. He's your favorite villain's favorite villain. Stop playing.
He was destined to be that character. Destined. Born to be Green Goblin. Born.
I'm sitting there like, okay. This is a fantastic movie. So
William Defoe.
Defoe. Facts. He is Defoe. Stop playing with him. He's Defoe, bruh. Someone on Twitter was like, yo, his name in French literally is the enemy, bruh. He's built for this. He just built for this, dog. But his performance was just second to none. Like, he was amazing. And he made me react like I was a kid again. Like I physically was like, yo, I hate this nigga so much. How's he doing this?
I felt his threat. I didn't feel it with anybody else. I didn't feel it with Octopus. I didn't feel it with Electro. I didn't feel it. The weight of there's no intensity behind them. And then once this man showed up, I was like, yes. I feel threatened. I feel threatened.
It took me right back to Spider-Man 1 when he was making vague threats, you know what I'm saying, right in front of Thanksgiving dinner and shit, right in front of Peter and them.
I had to go fight an old lady in a type shit, bro.
Bruh.
It was so good.
It just felt so good. And again, back to the apartment scene, bro. Like when he had it down, bro, he was just spitting the lines just so good. Oh my god, this man's like, gods don't choose, bro. He said these aren't curses that get literally riled up the whole troop with one speech like that. Dog, bro was staring right in his face in powerbomb position, laughing. He said,
"No, the first punch that he ate, I was like."
Bro,
he said, "Okay, what else?" Power bomb.
Dog, it just his entire performance, again, especially in that apartment scene, reminded me why Green Goblin was so sinister, bro. Like, he's just such a heinous, terrible human being. You know what I'm saying? It was just so good, man. Willem Dafoe is
put that man through 4 floors.
And again, bro, this thing went top to bottom straight. Batista bombed him through stories. Like, that's hard floor, bro.
That's concrete. That's concrete.
Dog, bro, power bombed him straight down to the lobby. Like, no elevators needed, bro. You going straight down. Like, it's ridiculousness, man. But again, just the presence, just his presence, bro.
Presence alone.
He set off the Spidey sense just by by his mind changing. It wasn't even like
bro. It wasn't even him making a move.
Yeah.
It wasn't him you know what I'm saying, doing it. Just him his disposition. Just when the evil side of Norman Osborn kicked in, that's when he was like, yo, man.
Immediately, Spider Sense said, "Oh fuck." Oh fuck.
I've never felt this before.
Never.
And that's what he does, bro. That's what he does. He just puts people on notice, man. Like it was like he never left. It was like he never left.
Yeah.
How many years later? Almost 20 years later.
Yeah.
In this role, doing action scenes and all that. And again,
he only for this movie. And it seems for this movie, bro.
I really, really would have wished he had more lines with Tobey Maguire and like at least had some type of standoff for a little bit with Tobey Maguire. Just kind of put that taste tester back before he got to Tom. And me personally, at least give a warning. Oh my gosh,
I wish he would have put some hands on Toby. I really do. I wish he would have put some hands on Toby.
I mean, technically he did. You know what I'm saying? Well, not a hand, but you know, jab. But that's beside the point. I would have loved like a breakdown from Tom of all the villains that have showed up in the world so far, and then when he gets the Green Goblin, Toby just stops. You know what I'm saying? Like Toby just like, oh, I saw a guy like a glider or something like that, and then Toby's like, oh shit, like fuck. They just kind of skip.
That's a good. I would have loved to see that.
Even if when he showed up to the fight, because they all showed up at different times too. Even if when he would have showed up to the fight, he'd be like, yo, this guy's bad news, like or something.
Mm-hmm. But then by that time they already talked about all the cures for everybody and stuff like that. He's like, Norman's cure. I was thinking about it a long time. So I would have liked that scene in between when they arrived and when they were in the lab to talk about who showed up so far.
Exactly.
I would have loved that bigger preface of Green Goblin being that guy, because
I honestly wish that Goblin didn't show up until Tom showed up. I wish they would have showed up at the same time for some like
I agree.
That would have like escalated the scale so much more.
I agree,
because they would have like got to like fighting immediately, and then let's say because Tom, my back, what like they did something, he incapacitates Tom for a little bit. He heals up with the rest of the Spidey. They get the serum. They start talking about the serum, whatever, and then you see, okay, Goblin handled this Spider-Man. He's gonna handle another one. I wish they would have showed him going through the fucking ranks,
bro. It would have been insane, dog. Like I just would have loved that. I personally love it throughout the entire movie. I wish they would have done at least give them their own little scene. But I understand time was of the essence, and they did a lot of exposition on the impact of his identity in that first act. So they kind of put a lot of time towards that, and then they kind of condensed the villains showing up together. I wish they would have given at least a little bit more time. Again, just make this joint 4 hours, but like give a little bit more time to the villains showing up and having their own specific instances with Tom Holland as he goes through. And then the rest could have been, pretty much the same, but at least give them that moment. Because I will say that is a little bit of a negative I will give the movie. While I love the villain reviews and I was off my damn seat.
Oh yeah,
it felt adrenaline rush quick, and I was like, damn, I don't even have a moment to celebrate Doc Ock coming back.
Yeah.
Green Goblin's ass is right here. I'm like, damn, I can't even look at Sandman right here for 10 seconds, and then Electro's ass, Jamie Foxx butt ass naked right here in the screen. Like, I can't.
Yeah, it was too close in time.
Condensed. It was a lot of condensed moment right there. But yeah, I can jump to that point. Jamie Foxx was amazing.
Yo, Jamie Foxx was cooking.
Oh yeah,
Jamie Foxx was eating. He's
like
William Dafoe.
What he needed to do.
I gotta pull up.
I gotta set my game on.
He found the pocket that fit him with Max Dillon, and bro, he was hilarious.
Yeah,
top to bottom, hilarious, man. Like, he already did this kind of performance in like Baby Driver, I think.
The Jamie Foxx performance.
He was Jamie Foxx. He was Jamie Foxx. Like, he was able to be Jamie Foxx.
Exactly. And
he was just Jamie Foxx, just toned a little bit back from Marvel stuff like that. And I'm like, that's perfect. That's perfect. Like it was dope. And again, I love how, they made the Electro look in some sorts with the Stark tech. That was dope. And again, just the lines, bro. Just the lines were great. They just fed into the strengths of everybody in terms of characterization and stuff. And it was dope to see, man. Shout out to
I'm reading
Miles line, boy.
Oh yeah. So I'm reading my chat. Like there was a question like, how did he end up in the movie? Which he shouldn't have been. Yeah. To be honest, he shouldn't have been in the movie because he didn't know that Peter Parker was Spider-Man. We'll just address that. He did not know.
Yeah,
he didn't know.
That's also a question I have. I'm like, so
let's say he didn't know the moment he died in his reality. If they would have somehow gave us some I fought later on after that. I didn't really die. I came back and then I fought Peter again.
Yeah, right. He didn't die in Spider-Man 2.
Right. But no, I'm gonna say he died. And I came back, I reformed, I fought Peter again, and then that's when I found out that he was Peter Parker, whatever. They should have fixed that. They should have fixed that in there.
Yeah.
Wasn't he trying to become pure data or something? And he was like,
he was trying to become pure energy, and he overloaded.
Wasn't it
in Amazing Spider-Man 2?
It would have been easy if they would have just been like, while I was absorbing all of this energy, I was learning a lot. I learned the identity. I mean, like that's just something simple. I feel like
he was connected. Yeah, he was connected to like the grid or something like that. So like,
wasn't it like Oscorp or something like that had the Spider-Man? Like I don't know. They could have been like, yo, Osborn knows but they keep it in a super secret file. But the fact that motherfucker was energy, he could go through firewalls. So like he knew. I mean, like I'm just saying if we were gonna write it in there, but if Jamie Foxx wasn't in that movie, that movie would have taken a hit because that man was cooking. Every time he had a time to talk, every word that he said was like, this might be gas. Got him. Get him out of here.
He was like, this is Marvel? I can't fuck with this. This is Disney? Oh, yeah.
Bro, this is a different bag. Let me get into a bag so I can get into this bag.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, he knew, man. But the plot hole, I feel like, again, it can be explained in some way, shape, or form because there's
multiverse.
Literally 80 million things to be explained. You know what I'm saying? MCU could find some way because they're explaining damn near everything over the next like this movie and Doctor Strange. So there's gonna be some explanation for it. It's fine. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying, like completely, shoot him down at the kneecaps because there's this. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I could say it was a random ass thing, bro. You can give it fourth wall as a Deadpool world, man. I'm like, all right, cool, bet. That works. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, it don't matter to me. But performance-wise, he was dope. He was really dope. I can't speak highly of him and Willem Dafoe enough. I think those were my two standouts. You know what I'm saying, from the film in terms of character performances. Again, number one is Green Goblin.
So okay, if you had bro. Yeah, if we had like a top 5 performances, who would y'all say like in the movie? Y'all top 5?
I'll go Willem Dafoe, Green Goblin,
of course.
Tom Holland, of course, main character, because I think he had a really, really, really interesting arc. Let me see, Jamie Foxx, Andrew Garfield. 5. Who would squeeze into number 5? Damn. That's actually no. Yeah. Doc Ock. I'll give him Doc Ock actually because he had some very good dialogue across a lot of different characters, especially with. I was about to say, especially just the lines with that one scene with Green Goblin, and just it reminds you of the banter. It's like, at some point in the timeline, they were, you know what I'm saying, one was working on the other, one was being funded by the other. Yeah. So again, it just did a lot of reminders about that stuff, which is really
definitely
Alfred Molina came for his stuff, bro. He did his damn thing as well. So those are my top 5.
Go ahead.
I would say Green Goblin, Jamie Foxx, Doc Ock, Tom Holland, Zendaya. Because I think Zendaya just. Because the thing is that towards the end, I felt very, very badly for her because I could feel like every time she was in there and like they were doing like their whole like I love you type shit, I kind of felt it. I understood it, and I really appreciated like her performances because like and it's not even that like because she was a really good actress. I just wasn't. I think Toby could have gave more. I think Andrew could have gave more, but I also don't think that they didn't have that big of a space to work with.
Time allotted.
Yeah, like if they had more space, they could have been crushing it in the pocket. I like Doctor Strange, but that motherfucker was just Doctor Strange in that movie. Like he was cool.
He
like
was himself in the pockets. He just had to like literally try and be there for a couple of moments, but
I love
he didn't have enough to grab onto.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was just like like he didn't, but he it wasn't his movie either. Like he wasn't going through emotional turmoil. He was like, yo, my man, they didn't put you into a college. Sucks, bro. I don't want to tell you. Like I was just like, but like I want to say Zendaya, I think was fucking crushing it because at that last scene, I was and I was just like. When she was telling him like, yo, I want you, we're a team, right? I want us to just talk about shit like a team. And I was like, all right, I'm with this.
She kept reinforcing that because like I feel like she knew that Tom, of course, was going to do what he wanted to do. Yeah. Well, not what he had to do. He had to do. So if I had to give my top, all right, of course, William Dafoe. Andrew? Andrew too. Because Andrew, he's like, yo, I got 15 minutes. I'm gonna make this shit work. I'm gonna fucking shine. Every scene he was in, he did what he needed to do. And the emotion on his face when he saved MJ. bro, you felt it. You felt it. Like it just pulsated, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a heart and you've seen that, if you've seen what what went down,
if
you know
that grief, you saw that relief in his face, man.
Again, with the overall like plot of the other two Spider-Man, like they're dealing with stuff like they've had losses in terms of there's stuff that they believe they could have saved and they didn't, and they've had to live with that in their respective reality for years. They've had to carry. They were basically carrying it to the grave, and they had no shot of redemption. This whole plot and this whole thing represented that point of redemption for them, like for whatever.
Not only the villains, for heroes as well.
You see how Tom again was blamed. Again, he was just blaming himself for all the stuff that was happening around him with his family and his friends and everybody he cared about. All the stuff about his identity. That's the same thing that they were going through. Because again, it's just connected to being the same character, Spider-Man, being through Peter Parker and stuff. And it's just that grief that they put on themselves for wearing the mantle. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine what that does over years and years of being in that same role and progressing past certain things and trying to cope with the death of somebody you loved. You know what I'm saying? Like
that you kind of caused.
And notice how my boy was. He ain't shooting no damn webs, bro. Nigga said, I'm going body first, bro. Body first.
He put his body on the line, bro. He learned from his mistake. He learned from his mistake.
He learned how to box out, bro. This man, he was boxing out. No mistakes.
But no
mistakes this time.
What's also interesting is you also have to think about the dynamic of the fact that like all of the Spider-Mans but Tom had no mentors. They have no Avengers. They have nobody to rely on but themselves. They're solo superheroes. So like when Aunt May dies, Spider-Man from different universes pull up to Tom and it's like, hey, it happens, bro. It happens. When it happens to the other motherfuckers, it's like, damn,
you be alright, you tough, right?
Like Uncle Ben dies and my man
with great power,
Uncle Ben dies and my man fucking what's his face? Willem Dafoe pulls up and he's like, I'm somewhat of a dead relative myself. Like that's all that's all he gets. It's just a pat on the back. It's like, go ahead, go crazy, Andrew.
Bro, honestly, no, you're right though, and it's like
you already know what it is.
That's an interesting point about the dynamic between their Spider-Man and Tom's. Tom's path was different in the fact that again he didn't need that with great power comes great responsibility line because he's had people to watch over him his entire run with the MCU. He came in, with the Avengers, Iron Man watching him up to a point. Iron Man dies. He has, he has Happy watching over him. And then he had Happy and Doctor Strange. He's watching over him. And then Nick Fury or whatever, at least for a little bit. even though he's not like, there. Mysterio for a little bit. He's trying to find some solace in him and stuff. Maybe a little bit of like a mentor figure. And that doesn't work. And he goes to this movie, Doctor Strange, for a little bit. And then eventually it ends up, he has nobody. So, and that's where it comes because he doesn't have those people to lean on. He has to lean on himself at this point. Like MCU Peter, and that's where the line is like really required. So I'm like, damn, bruh, it's a curse, but it's necessary for your character development. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else around you, you have to learn. They've had to learn themselves. So like Toby and Andrew, they've had to learn themselves. With great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. And he didn't need that lesson. Like the timing is impeccably like bad and necessary. Like, but it was just beautiful how kind of the two different paths kind of came to that head, and they was like, "Yo, bro, we know how you feel because you had to go through this kind of off the rip." But
he's like, "Hey, man, if you a Spider-Man, you're gonna have to deal with it, bro." That's what they saying. Like, it come with the job.
It's what we do.
It's what we do. We lose our ants. We lose our ants.
Damn, bro.
No barbecues for us,
uncles.
Why not add, bro? What a sad aunt to lose, bro. If that was me, nigga, I would have been on. I
understand why Happy was crying.
Hey,
if I was Uncle Ben, listen, whatever you need.
Hey, yo, if I was Uncle Ben, I just wouldn't have died. But that's just me,
bro. In fact,
I'm built different. Bro.
I heard you little punk bitch for dying though. That's just me. That's what I heard.
Couldn't be me. Could not be.
Didn't have the great power to dodge that bullet, but
hey. All I'm saying, I would have ate that shit like 50 Cent. That's all I'm saying. He could have shot me 8 more times, bro. I would have walked away and went back to my fucking wife.
Would have got right back up and did that shit. Nigga would have got right back up. Stop.
You're gonna need a bigger gun.
Would have got right back up and down. Stop playing with me. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh my goodness. Anyways, I do want to switch gears just a little bit. One of the interesting points about this movie that I haven't seen in previous ones, and I guess, well, not as much, but now we saw a lot of the spider sense, being put out in full force and being applied in a lot, more expansive ways in this movie. I just want to touch on that with y'all.
Yes.
I thought it was really, really cool how they expanded upon this, especially in this film and going forward. It was dope. What do y'all feel about how they portray spider sense?
Beautifully. And I think that, right? So everyone says that it was nerfed in a sense prior to this movie. And I say yes. Because, well, for those that know about spider sense, as far as the comics, it's not a physical trait or ability. It's supernatural, but also it's kind of like a mental thing, right? So I think that because of Infinity War, because of everything that happened with Vulture and Homecoming, everything prior to that, every time he had a spider sense, he either died or got his ass beat. So I think mentally, he limited his own spider sense. I think he had PTSD from his spider sense. That's what I think. But in this movie also, but with the comics as well, once spider people come together, all their abilities are heightened. So I think that's another reason that it happens, or why it happens so strongly now, is because they're all together in this movie.
Interesting.
I agree. And again, I'll start with the the Doctor Strange scene after, with the Doctor Strange fight. How he ended up, again, this man got soul touched. His soul was out his body. But then with different Spider-Mans in his same world, he was still able to move with reflex and move the box away without his soul being like actively in his body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, that was a great point you made about, again, just the effect of multiple Spider-Mans in the same area and their spider sense being stronger, because that couldn't have happened, I don't think, without that. And again, I will say to that point, I feel like that, and wasn't there a point where they were talking about spider block? They were talking about just like just the mental blocks that they put on themselves with shooting webs. Again, shooting webs and doing certain things. Like that was apparent, and that happened to Tom at some point, I believe. Especially, I feel like it happened.
Hey, he couldn't perform, bro. Like,
I was shocked.
He couldn't take those gas station webs, bro.
Hey, he was shooting blanks, bro. It happens.
It's cold on these rooftops.
Yep. So listen, I gotta warm my hands up, nigga.
God damn, I promise you this doesn't happen.
Hey, hold on. I gotta hold on. Let me watch something real quick. I'll be right back.
Don't look at me. Damn.
Suit's a little tight.
But nah.
Hey, call me Pete. Call me Tiger real quick. Call me Tiger.
Oh shoot, but yeah, man, it's just really, really dope to see how they expanded on that. And my favorite, again, my hands down favorite scene throughout the entire movie was the whole apartment debacle.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
Oh, especially,
before I jump to that though, when he was still in the Doctor Strange scene, you could literally see like the traditional spider.
They did it like the comics. It was so fire. It was so fire.
And I was like, oh shit, what the
bro. When I tell you this, first of all, I went to the movie high as fuck. But every fucking nod at an OG Spider reference, I was standing up fucking applauding, bro. Every fucking reference, I was like, I get that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I love you. Oh my gosh. Like, it was as a Spider-Man fucking stan, bro. That shit meant so much to me. Like, seeing the nod, seeing the effort, seeing the dedication to portraying Spider-Man as he should have been portrayed, that shit hit the fuck home. It was an experience, bro. It wasn't just a movie, it was an experience. Like, and I love the details of that shit. They did beautifully. It was a great fucking film, bro. Fan service galore, facts. It was
dead ass, bro. It was like a smorgasbord. If you were a Spider-Man fan, that was a smorgasbord. I just want to jump to the again, my favorite scene, the apartment scene, was fantastic, top down. When you felt that change of Green Goblin, you could see everything slow down and just the concentration. You know what I'm saying? Like how the room bended, how the camera angles bended, with the whole focus of the scene.
To speak on the camera angles, they used the same camera angles they did in Spider-Man, Tobey Spider-Man. Whenever he had a spider sense, it was the same cameras.
I was gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Sam Raimi direct part of this movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he did. Yeah.
Those might have been the scenes
I'm pretty sure he was involved.
Directed.
Yes.
Bro, and it's just like, is so good. It's so good. Like, yo, cook it. Inject it, baby.
Don't miss my vein.
But yeah, actually, my brother pointed this out. Like, he was like, "Yo, that low key reminded me of like a rap scene, like a little bit, just without them whooping his ass. Like, it just felt like, again, he had like not all Sinister Six, but he had like again a hodgepodge, like a rogues gallery of villains, just right in his face. He had to discern, what I'm saying, where's the threat, and it just felt like really like Raftish scene as like Raftish escape scene to me.
To me, it felt like this movie felt like the Sinister Six movie that we were all promised in each individual trilogy. Yeah. Like every trilogy was like, we're gonna have a big Sinister Six movie, but then like Spider-Man 3, that shit. If you count that, but like 2, they were gearing up to it. They were like, "Yo, I'm gonna be the Hobgoblin, you and me, bro."
We got everything. We had everything.
They showed us all the suits in the end of the movie and everything. Like, just never got it.
So this felt like, hey, for all the people who wanted this, like it was all around. It was just a really well connected movie because it felt like this is, hey, you wanted to see Andrew Garfield fight 6 motherfuckers? Hey, right here for you. Congrats, this is the closest you're gonna get. Yeah, go watch Tick Tick Boom.
It's only 4, but
it's only 4. If you count Sandman, he's a fuel.
And I feel like that was also purposeful because I feel like they could have easily done a Sinister Six. Spider-Man 3, and that could have been a really cool thing, like again 2-on-1 for each Spidey. But I feel like that's intentionally they left that out. They're saving that for later down the line because they know they're building. They want to do the Sinister Six thing right. It's been touted a couple times. Pump fake shots didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they're building it up very, very slowly with the next set of stuff that's coming down the line. But I feel like they're gonna do it, right. Again, we have stuff down the line. We got Kraven the Hunter movie. We got, what I'm saying? We got a whole bunch of stuff. I'll talk about some of the other spoilers and stuff at the end of the movie, like the post-credit shit later. But we have, we have new ops and stuff like that coming in. Feast is now in the MCU.
We still have Vulture, by the way. Marvel loves killing their villains, which I fucking hate. But Vulture's still around. Vulture is still around. We have to remember that.
That's true. I feel like there's a reason why they kill their villains, but that's like not like movie wise. I think it's more just like motherfuckers like, I love to be in a Marvel movie, but I'm not doing that shit more than once. Like I feel like that's what it was. With like
let me get a quick one time for the one time.
With Michael B. Jordan, I feel like that's what it was. He was just like, yo, I would love to be in the next Black Panther movie, but I'm not doing this shit all the time. I'm not gonna be doing it. I talked to Chad. He hates this shit. I understand. I'm off this shit.
Yeah, man. I was about to say, I was reading this from Charles' chat. I was about to say, remember,
Gargan.
Matt Gargan. Oh yeah, I was about to say he's in there as well.
Scorpion.
Shoot, you're right. Scorpion's in there as well. So they have pieces there. It's just they got to cook it up right, and I feel like they will. It's gonna take time, but it's gonna be a really, really, really good, slow burn. I just like the way they did it in this movie. Where again, I didn't want the Sinister Six exactly. I would have liked it, but I wouldn't necessarily have wanted it pure down because I feel like that would have taken a little bit away from the reveals of Spider, like Toby and Andrew, and just kept it really like even Steven between enemies and the Spider-Man. I liked how
honestly, but again, because like personally, Tom is my favorite. I think he does the best of both worlds. That Peter and the Spider. I think Andrew was the better Spider-Man. I think Toby was the better Peter. And I think Tom is the best of both. But I low-key would have wished, I wish there was a universe in which he did fight this battle by himself. I low-key wish he would have fought this by himself. But of course, we get the nods, but
So that was one of, not necessarily one of the issues, but like when I was really, that was one of the things like I'm really enjoying this scene, this apartment scene, was because he was fighting like all of them by himself, and he was cooking, but the thing that I was like, again, great movie, just that I felt like if you're gonna bring in 2 more Spider-Mans, I don't know, I guess I wanted more, or I wanted like to see more of a reason for them to be there outside of just like holding it down for a little bit. I don't know. I love Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think that each one of those trilogies, or well, Andrew got 2, but we'll call it a trilogy. Each one did things really well. I think that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man had the best atmosphere. That shit felt like New York, whereas like Tobey Maguire's feels like a whimsical idea of New York. But like I feel like that was the most realistic Spider-Man we had. Tom Holland's motherfucker's never in New York in any of his movies except for this one.
Facts. That boy just got home. That boy
in the suburbs. He in the suburbs.
Like it was like, yo, we got Spider-Man in the burbs, and then it's like, yo, we in Italy. It's like, god damn, son.
Word.
We in space. We in space.
Damn, son.
And he's still broke. That shit crazy.
And it's like, now I'm back in New York.
I would have.
What? Hey, yo, I love like.
Tony does not love me 3000, nigga. Where my check at?
Bro.
I need some residuals, nigga.
Should have been in the fucking will. I should have been in the goddamn will. You feel me? But like the Spider-Man, he's still broke. I'm loving that they're getting to that. Him being broke.
Oh, all right. We can actually skip. We can skip forward to that. So
okay.
At the end of the movie, you know what I'm saying? The resolution basically with the whole set. I will get back to the specifics of the spell and how that implicates timelines and shit like that later. We can skip back to that. But just the pure ending of him basically starting over, starting fresh as maybe more of the kind of basic Spider-Man origin of, nobody really knows him. He's in a dingy apartment. Yeah. He's kind of, back against the wall, grinding check to check. Broke man Spider-Man, basically PS4 Spider-Man. Hey,
you'll get like your damn rent
when you fix the stamp. He's going back to the roots. He's going back to the roots, y'all. Yeah. Like, how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that continuation in that form, going back to, again, like Mr. Pocket said, the game and Spider-Man 3 type, resolution where he's back in a kind of a dingy apartment, lowly, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, real low key.
So when it comes to that, all right, so I'm not a big fan of his decision at the end of that movie when it came towards his friends. I thought that
if it was me, I would have been hands down, baby, it's me. It's me.
bro, I'm to my knees.
Baby, I'm ripping my sweater open. It's me.
You gotta remember.
It's so annoying. Oh shit. No, it was just like, I was sitting there like, oh my god, bro.
I would have started spitting random factoids and shit about her life. Nigga, like, bro, I remember you told me this, bro, last week, bro. We talking about.
Yo, so you're trying to go to your favorite restaurant, when I take you to your favorite spot, and then we listen to your favorite brand. Like, it would have been easy. It would have been easy to back it. Like, yo, I like the Migos too. She's like, oh my god, I love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, anything.
All he has to do is backflip on top of the ceiling.
You know what I'm saying?
bro, I will like. Dead ass, like all I gotta do is like one.
You was my fucking cinnamon apple.
Yeah, facts, my baby, my honey.
I hated it, but I understood it. Like it's very much a Spider-Man thing. Like him not letting her choose. I was super upset because I'm like, my man, you just said, yo, we gonna.
You just lied. Yeah. You're starting your new journey with a lie.
Yeah. And guess what, bro? If she ever finds out, that was my biggest thing. Like, bro, you're literally this is such a, as a man in a relationship, I was just like, why are you lying, bro? This is the lie you want to choose? You know how hard it is to lie in a relationship? I was like, all right, whatever. But I like broke boy Spider-Man. If we don't get him, we don't get pizza time, I think it's a real waste of a fucking opportunity, because there's no way he's not gonna be delivering pizzas. If we don't get the music from Spider-Man 2, the PS4 game, that shit would be gas.
Hey. I need it. I like it. I like it. His decision. I'll say his decision to me again was stupid. But yes, I understand. To me, right logically, I'm like, yo, you guys are day in front of you. What's going on with you, bro? Come on, snap out of it. You might have put your spell on yourself. But all right, now in terms of the character of Spider-Man, of course, it makes sense. You see, he literally looked at the whole Band-Aid on her forehead and he was like, listen, the pain I cause all of them could go away if I just don't do this. And he decided for the greater good to sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? With the power that he holds and the potential he had to ruin people's lives, he's going to forego that and bear the burden of being alone by himself because he knows he can make their lives better. He can make their lives better by not being there. So he has to wear that responsibility on his shoulder and take it, which I understand that's, again, 100% Spider-Man thing to do. As for starting over, I want to see him, again, as he slowly, grinds his way back, maybe gets into a college, stuff like a community college or some shit like that, working his way through school.
That's what I want. That's what I wanted to say.
Again. Go be a photographer again, man.
But like this Peter was never a photographer though. So what I was thinking, let's say he doesn't go to Because he doesn't get into MIT, right?
Yeah,
we know that he doesn't get into MIT.
Based off everything. Yeah, he got the GED, but
like but the thing is, he still exists. Like people just forgot him. So the thing is, like, so let's say he doesn't go MIT, of course, sure. Let's say he goes to another community college where he meets a Dr. Connors.
Yo, people have been saying this as well. They said I've seen a couple of things float around with one, either like a Dr. Connors is a professor and stuff like that, and he'll see again. He knows them, of course, with his previous encounter, like a Dr. Connors, or either a Harry or a younger Norman Osborn in his timeline, like who was like maybe around his age range, or maybe a professor or something like that. He'll meet them. Now that is a bigger topic, which I'm interested in. If he runs into the characters that he met during his time in the events of this movie, how? Again, that reaction, does he stick close to them to not make them do anything evil, or does he kind of keep his distance? Does he keep tabs on all the people of his timeline?
Yes, and then he accidentally creates villains, because that's what Spider-Man does. He turns everyone he loves into a villain, essentially.
Like Loki.
or everybody in his atmosphere essentially gets drawn into the life. So for some way. Or Flash becomes the symbiote. Because becomes Venom, because the symbiote is now in the MCU universe.
Yes.
So we've got potential storylines for days. I
would fucking hate if Flash became anything other than the comedic relief. I don't want that man.
I'm not gonna lie. This version of Flash,
so much.
This version of this version of Flash Thompson. I'm like, yo,
it's probably Agent Venom, like
yeah, it might be, but I'm like, yo, I don't want that specific, actor to be Venom because of the comedic relief or something like that. I still feel like it can open a line for, again, since there might be a version of other characters that came through. In this timeline, maybe there's an Eddie Brock out there that he somehow meets along the way. There might actually be an Eddie Brock somewhere. There might actually be other characters. There could be not another MJ. The name's escaping me. What the hell?
Gwen Stacy.
Another version of Gwen Stacy. Like that's a
whole different.
You was close. Thank you, Chad. I was about to say, like, literally, but it's like,
I would love if they did Felicia as well.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's gonna happen next movie. Boom, Peter.
Give me some Black Cat.
Black Cat would be dope. Peter, boom, interns at one of the doctors, Connors or Oscorp. He finds his
could be a younger Oscorp.
His other intern is going to be Eddie Brock. And we're gonna find out Eddie Brock actually went to MIT where he met MJ, and then that's how the next movie's gonna call. I'm calling it right now. I'm calling it.
Hey, Win put his stake in.
Yo, I'm clipping this, so I'm gonna literally give him $1 if
Win put his stake in.
That's how I would have wrote it.
I can totally see that. Like, I can see that. Like, again, with this timeline shit like that, like a startup company where a younger Oscorp or whatever, like what I'm saying. I'll use Oscorp because that kind of makes sense the most. Like, yo, he starts building it up by himself, and then he kind of brings Peter in because Osborn knows Peter from classes or studies or whatever the hell, and then that grows into something. But he wants to be involved with it for the sake of keeping tabs, so he doesn't do anything left to center. But that still might inadvertently cause enemies to sprout up, which is, it would be an insane plot line. It would be an insane plot line, man.
Yeah,
I would actually enjoy it. I'm just very curious to see how new enemies spawn around him based off of his choices going forward in his direct environment. Because we still know there's people like this Kraven the Hunter's gonna show up at some point, which is gonna be fantastic. Like he's gonna pull up out the blue and be like, "Yeah, bro, I came to hunt niggas. What's going down?" It's like I want a challenge, bro. I'm trying to hunt a spider, bro. What's going down? That's gonna be something in and of itself. But for the characters like who are tied to Peter Parker's identity, like an Osborn, like a Connors, like Octavius, I would like to see how that manifests in in his line of the Spider-Verse going forward. That would be an interesting thing. Let me see. I do want to skip a little bit, just to a smaller topic. I just personally loved, I feel like everybody else did, the interactions between all the Spider-Men. Like, it just made my heart smile, bro. Like,
the meme.
They did the whole point. Bro, there were just so many moments where they interacted with each other, and it made my heart like just my heart was full as hell, bro. Because never would I have imagined, again, them being in the same place at the same time. and I feel like it executed it beyond what I expected and what I wanted. It was to me, it really was top tier execution of all three Spider-Mans interacting with each other and having that banter and having that eventual camaraderie. Again, coming from where they come from, their perspectives, their backgrounds, and still being Peter while still having those, again, the multiversal differences between them.
Yeah,
which really it made it dope. It made it dope, man. So how y'all felt about that?
I enjoyed it. I think the interactions are great. I wanted Toby to be more of a like, not a father figure to them, but like definitely to be like the OG
big brother.
Yeah, more just like one thing I like kind of like dropping more game. But even then, like when he was having the conversation with Andrew Garfield, and he was just like, kind of being myself, like, no, you gotta stop beating yourself up, bro, because you're great, you're amazing.
You're amazing.
Yeah, like when he was saying that, I was like, that's a joke, but that's also like. It's real shit, because out of everybody, he's lived with being Spider-Man the longest, and I was like, you know what, this is very true. I appreciated those scenes a lot. I don't know, like I just felt like his character was very muddled. Like I feel like Toby could have been more than what they had him as, because there were some scenes where like you could see him blossoming as like the person, like he was like, when they were talking about like all their past traumas, I'm like, this is amazing, and then it's like every other scene is like, oh, I've been thinking about curing Osborn for a little bit. I got you. Like I don't know. Like I wanted more. I waited because the thing is like, so when I remember, I think I talked to you, Tripp, about it like almost last year. I was like, I think the story got ruined for me in a tweet that somebody tweeted out, like, oh, this is what's gonna happen in the next Spider-Man movie, and I was like, yo, I was mad as fuck, and that's why when I went into this, I was kind of like, whatever. Now I kind of know the big reveal, but I was just like, yo, are they gonna show up? Because this shit, I feel like I've been here for like 3 days and I ain't seen shit.
I'm glad they waited. I'm glad they waited.
For sure. But when they showed up, I was kind of just like, this is what we've been waiting for a while. I want more of them. But
yeah, I agree. I would agree. I wanted them to just like, everybody move the tables, move everything out the way. Just let them talk to each other for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. Let them get their own shit off. But I understand with the pace of the movie, why the way it was. No, but
I get it.
I wish they would have did like some basic bank heist, like stopping somebody simple like that. Something simple, like, just to see how like
you gotta learn how to work together.
I'm saying.
Right, they work together on the fly, like, which is cool, of course. Trust your sense,
spider sense,
right. But I kind of wish that like they each got to show their individual style when it comes to like stopping crime. I wish because they could have connected a little bit more on that end. Because like they talked about being Spider-Man, sure, the life of Spider-Man, not necessarily Spider-Man in action. We didn't get to see the Spider-Man team in action much. We got the one scene, and then it was like, which was great. I just wish we saw a little bit more with the fighting crime or something.
I agree. It's just like, oh, y'all get like, it's here finally, but I want more, bro. You already gave me the appetizer, bro. Let me get the rest of the plate, bro. What's going down?
Bro, just imagine, like, I don't know if I forgot or not. Did J. Jonah Jameson ever mention there being 3 Spider-Men? I feel like
they even got that footage.
Exactly.
They even got that footage.
No,
I felt like that would have been
a missed opportunity. That would have been.
Are you telling me there's 3 Spider-Menaces? Are you like, bro? We missed that.
He would have had a heart attack.
That would have been fantastic to have in the fucking movie.
Yeah.
Or even Toby seeing like J. Jonah Jameson on the TV, like, you guys have one of him too?
Exactly. Yes.
Yo, literally.
Yes.
Literally. It would have been. I feel like there was just, again, there was so much like little things that they could cover, but I feel like that would have taken the movie to like 4
the Sam Raimi cut.
Which I would.
Where's the Sam Raimi cut?
Yeah, we want the Raimi cut. Release the Raimi cut. We want it. That's the first time a movie was like successful, and then they won it. Like, damn. Oh shoot, but yeah, like me personally, I still enjoyed it for the snippets and tidbits that we got. I really did enjoy the little, places where they interacted with each other, and then again with the other Spider-Man got their chance to shine. Like that little scene with Doc Ock and Toby, that warmed my heart a lot, bro.
Because trying to get better every day, I was like,
bro, just trying to do better. I'm like,
just trying to do better.
He's not lazy anymore, man. I promise you, Doc, he's not lazy, man. Like that felt so good. That felt so good. That interaction, man. And I wish we had more of that between the other characters. I understand time was the essence, the pacing was the pacing, but I wish with all my heart, like Dragon Tales and shit, like that there was just a more time for them to delve into those interactions down the years as like, we see an older, more mature Spidey with the enemies again of yesteryear that he saw die. He saw sacrificed himself, and you see the reaction on his face, and now that he's actually fixed. And that's also another awesome thing. The attention to detail with how they fixed some of the enemies, especially Black Ops. I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
I really enjoyed how they actually did it with
the chipset was the literal exact same. It was so well done.
It was dope.
So well done.
I wish I had more of that interaction, and also just the little nods between Spider-Man, like how they knew, like certain things, like like the little back problem and shit like that. That was hilarious. So like
or the fact like once Toby and Andrew first saw each other, immediately whipped each other. Immediately
off rip.
No words said, nothing. Just like, bro, like how like, but like I was watching a video. I was watching a video, and someone's maybe suggested this wasn't the first time they've met a Peter or a Spider-Man clone. So
Andrew said there's magic here too.
Exactly.
Andrew said
exactly. That was weird.
Too.
I was like,
bro, that called me off guard. I was like, wait, we mean here too, bro.
And there's also,
you ain't seen nothing according to me,
bro. And there's also a Doctor Strange in Toby's universe, because if we go back to it's taken. His name was taken. He's like, oh man, Doctor Strange. That's good, but it's taken. There's magic in all three of these universes. Like,
Facts.
Hey man.
So again, the possibility that they ran into some type of instance like this isn't far-fetched, which is insane. And again, I gotta speak to Brother Jen's point earlier. I seen it in the chat. Like, yo, there's still a lot of room for them to possibly interact with something going forward. Like, this multiverse thing is cutting everything wide open. So this might not be the last we've seen of him. They got Tobey Maguire to act again, bruh. So, there's still a lot of possibility for every single person, I'm saying, that's come before, if they're open to it. And I feel like there could be something if the situation is right. Again, there's just a lot of moving pieces, and the multiverse is really it's still a very new thing to us. It literally just got announced like maybe a couple years ago, and this is like the first like real big expansion on it. Besides like maybe WandaVision a little bit. So there's still a lot of room to grow.
I personally feel like they really need to double down on multiverse and really expand on it, because it will solve their actor problem of, we don't want to do this John anymore, and they'll be like, all right, cool, let's find a way to shoehorn a different version of you into this story, so that we don't have to worry about paying you $38 million bajillion for every 10 minutes that you're on screen. Like, I think that this is the almost the saving grace that things like Harry Potter and shit like that don't have. Like, this can be what changes the game for you guys.
Major retcons in terms of casting, that would help y'all a lot. I can already see it. Like, you know what I'm saying, Marvel, I can tell you that this is free. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably already thought. Be right back. Whatever. Basically, like, I can see like a House of M type moment where what's her name, Scarlet Witch. Like, instead of saying no more mutants, she said some random ass phrase, and she was like, listen, I want this to stop, and like everything else is back to normal. But then you start seeing everything line up to where there's new everything. The X-Men are in here. There's new characters. You know what I'm saying? There's new looks to the same characters that we know. So I feel like that, again, that solves a lot of problems. And I feel like that comes down to like the Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch type of scenario, where they are dealing with the shit of multiverse stuff. So that, I feel like that's gonna be really when like the floodgates open to all these other properties jumping into the MCU fully. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm really waiting on how Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange approach multiverse of madness stuff. But this was a really good teaser, because I remember at the end of it, you saw like once it was a tear and Green Goblin blew up the whole like long ass name for the square box device to reverse the spell. The GameCube. You saw all the people coming through. You saw Rhino. You saw a couple different. I
saw Juggernaut. I think I saw Juggernaut.
You saw Juggernaut in there?
I think so. I'm not sure if I'm tripping or not, but I think I saw Juggernaut.
That was one of the moments where I was like, I was watching this shit at home because I need to pause this. There's way too much going on. I'm too cooked. I can't fucking understand what's going on. There's too many lights. I was like, I want to see. I know what's going on here. I'm not sure. My one friend was like, I think I saw a black suit Spider-Man in there, and I was like, how the fuck you see that, bro? The shit's all purple.
In a blue, I'm about to say in a bluish purplish hue, nigga.
But I was like,
how did you make that?
I was like, I don't think you're wrong. But that's the thing. Is like, I don't think you're wrong because it could be. They could have thrown that shit. They could have thrown anything in there, and at the end of the day, they could just be like, oh, that's just we're just fucking around, or they could be like, oh, that was actually just a shadow for what's to come, kind of thing.
Right. So speaking of things to come and the talks of the multiverse of madness, we have America Chavez, right? Yeah. So we also have Monica Limbo. Is it Limbo? Monica Limbo. Rambo. There we go. Yeah, who is? They're also part of the team called the Ultimates. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if they can do that because Chadwick has passed. There's no Black Panther, and then they're also talking about doing a Blue Marvel, which is probably one of my favorite heroes ever. Yeah. But that's another because the Avengers are gone. They could potentially fill in somebody maybe for Chadwick, and then have their new team, the Ultimates. I don't know.
I that is contingent on how Black Panther 2 comes out. I don't know what they're doing in terms of recasting because I know that's going to do his whole 6 stages of hell right now. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a whole different thing going forward. Yeah, I'm hoping that gets situated.
Like my only thing is, why is America here if you're not going to like at least tease the Ultimates?
And I feel like some semblance of it will come if America Chavez is there, but we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. We're going into the dark here. Like this is the point of where anything you can theorize is basically fair game because they're touching so close to a lot of multiversal shit that it's like, yo, you can just throw anything at the wall. It might stick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's not where it's before we're like, oh yeah, this was a far out theory. It's not really gonna happen because that doesn't make any sense in the bounds of what they set. But now when we're approaching like real like critical mass stuff, I anything can happen, man. Anything can happen with this stuff.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yep. No worries. I'm about to say, I can also jump a little bit. Where were we? Oh yeah, I do want to jump to a small side one. I almost tore my brother's his shoulder out his socket because of this, bruh. I sat there. We were sitting there in the apartment, just chilling, talking about legal stuff, and then boom, Daredevil just pops up out the blue. My guy just in the cut. Charlie Cox, you know what I'm saying? Like he just dead. He just dead. Daredevil is MCU.
Oh yeah.
And
bro. I love that scene for so many reasons. So many reasons. Because like in the Marvel community, there's always been a discussion or a debate. Whose sense is better? Daredevil's or Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
But like you can't really tell because of course Daredevil is Matt Murdock is sitting in front of Peter. So he has, a little bit of advantage, but they're both there at the same time. So that is one. Two, if they go beating ass in Hell's Kitchen together, oh my God, bro.
That's gonna be bro. And again, first and foremost, the fact that he's there, and again, it just substantiates that his presence is
the implications. The implications.
Fantastic man. That you're there. Love to see it. We needed you. We're glad you're there.
Bro, boom. Matt Murdock and Kingpin in the same week.
That's the next point I was going to get to, bro. The fact that he's there substantiates Kingpin being alive well in the MCU. He was just hiding in the shadows. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil nothing for nobody on certain things. I'm not going to mention
Yep.
That substantiates Kingpin being here. Yes. And now that connects back to one of the big bads that Spider-Man has to face. Face down the line.
Yeah.
And that's going to be insane.
Yes.
Oh.
I still want that gas.
I still want that gas. Yes.
And you had better believe I still oh, shit. Bro. Just the thought of seeing Kingpin and Spider-Man on screen together.
Yes.
Live action.
Yes.
Like Charles D'Onofrio, like his Kingpin. That Kingpin with Tom.
I just have one problem with it. Does that mean we have to rock out with Netflix's Iron Fist as like regular Iron
No, we
Fist?
don't.
Alright.
No, we don't.
That's because that's
no,
alright. So
we
we're
do
all in
not.
consensus
No,
because I really don't want
that
that.
shit was ass. It was
I'm
garbage.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Nah.
We got Shang-Chi. We don't need him no more.
We don't. We don't.
Nah, we don't do that over here, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was basura, bro. That shit was turpentine. Garbage, bro. Oh my
Iron
God,
Fist, you mean second? King of the Iron Fist,
bro. That we don't mention that. Everything else should be okay though, but mainly I'm like, I wouldn't be mad if they had that. And then again, I seen that in the chat as well. If Punisher can get up in there,
that would be nuts.
Throw Punisher back up in there too.
Be nuts.
And let's get it cracking on one side.
Man,
because I mean, listen, we got Secret Invasion coming up, and I've seen some murmurs about all the Secret Wars type stuff. I've seen it, and again, with the inclusion of the symbiote into the MCU, that could be a nice segue into all the events of Secret Wars again. Because I read up on my studies and shit. You know what I'm saying? I saw that apparently his first fusion with the symbiote to become
was after
and stuff like that, and Venom was Secret Wars. That was that first happening. That was that first instance. If that happens on screen,
yes,
damn,
also Secret Wars gives us so.
There's so many plot lines that come out.
The plot lines that come after that. Oh my gosh, bro! We can get
ridiculous amount. That's why I don't want to get too deep in the weeds on it, bro. That's why, bro. There's a lot that comes out of that, and I know something really big is being set up in the background with a lot of different things, man. Especially the Secret Invasion. I'm really keen to see on one side, and I want to see how if there's any manifestations of Secret Wars coming up in that. And that's why Black Panther 2 is very important to see how that's set up going forward.
You'll need a Fantastic Four because the big bad, like there's so much.
Yeah, and Fantastic Four is being developed by the same person who made this movie, John Watts, in which I have full faith in this man. As long as you do Doc right,
bro, you have to do Doc.
As long as you do Victor correctly.
You have to Doctor Doom correctly. You have to
Vic correctly, bro. Victor needs to be done right. Like he needs to be that. Like he needs to be Green Goblin level up to the
third degree. To the third degree.
He needs to start punching ceilings, bro. Like Green Goblin went down. He needs to go up. He needs to go the other way. Like that's
Who do you think will be a good Doctor Doom?
Hold on. I got him. Fuck, what's his name?
Tough. Oh my God.
Who was that nigga from the Dracula movie?
I don't know.
Hold on.
Dracula movie. You talking about Gary Oldman, bro?
Hold on, no. I think so.
Oh my gosh.
I personally, and this might be a little confusing for people who are X-Men fans, but I think Michael Fassbender could do a really good Doctor Doom.
Bro,
he would.
That popped up in my head, and I was like, he would actually do a really good job.
He would do a really good Doctor Doom.
Luke Evans.
Luke Evans.
I think Luke Evans would murk that. He did Dracula Untold.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think he would murk. He can do Craven too.
The man has range.
He can do Craven too.
The man can do everything.
He can do Craven.
Facts.
Luke Evans can do Craven, or he can do Doctor Doom.
Bro, I'm with it though. I'm with it. Oh, somebody said dude from Game of Thrones.
Dude from Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say Jon Snow.
Which character?
Nikolai Coster-Waldau.
You talking about Tyrion?
Jamie. You stupid, bro. Leave him alone.
He got range, bro.
He got range, though.
He does have range. Yeah, facts. Let's not get it twisted, bro. He got range. Let's keep it a buck. He a boss out there.
Hell yeah.
Jamie Lannister from Game of Thrones. I could possibly see it.
I could
see it. I could possibly see it.
Maybe
He'd have to get a lot more like deliberate in his delivery. Like
no,
real...
I see it. Yeah.
I can see it.
He'd have to get dark.
Yeah, he'd have exactly. I
can see it.
Really,
I can see it.
Like a really stolid performance.
And he's tall. Doom is pretty tall, low key. I can see it.
I can definitely see that. But either way, it has to be done right. But I feel like the tidbits that we're getting here from the Spider-Man film really set a lot of stuff up for maybe revisits in terms of plot, in terms of storylines later down the line in other movies or other little tidbits of MCU stuff.
I'm upset that Idris Elba is already in the MCU because I'm like, yo, Idris Elba could probably do a pretty good Doctor Doom.
Wait. Idris in the MCU? Who is he?
He's the dude with the sword that teleports Thor.
Heimdall.
Yeah, you're right.
Heimdall.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, he was Heimdall. That's my guy right there. Yeah, I forgot.
Sterling K. Brown.
I wouldn't mind a Sterling K. Brown either.
Not at all.
I'm not gonna lie.
Not at all.
That would be hilarious to see all the, you know what I'm saying, the Flower Rangers complain that he's black, but you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're not looking for fucking Fantastic Four movies. I don't give a fuck.
Sterling would be a fantastic Doom.
Bro, they was complaining about. Did you see the Twitter thread where they were complaining about a black canary? You know what I'm saying?
That whole thread was fucking racist.
And Birds
the
of
entire thread was fucking racist.
Go line by line. If you could talk about canary, if you can find a complaint about canary being a person of color.
Wait, Canary, you know what I'm saying? From Black Canary from DC? Oh, Birds of
Prey, yeah.
Oh, what? They're stupid.
Exactly. If you
they
can find any
DC movies. Shut up.
Exactly.
I'm the only one who watches DC movies, I feel like. Nobody fucking watches these shits.
They're gonna find a little tidbit, and if they'll do it for that, they will go to town over Dr. Doom, bro.
Oh yeah.
They will go die on that hill.
They'll watch the shit out that movie though. They'll watch the shit out that movie.
Oh yeah. They definitely
just to complain about it. Just to complain about it.
And they'll be wrong.
Choking on popcorn chips, seeing him. I was about to say. I'm about to say he had his mask on half the time. Like, bro, he's not even Dr. Doom, bro. He's not even Dr. Doom. Yeah. Stupid, bro. Stupid. But yeah, that's gonna be fantastic. I'm just very, very happy with the seeds that they're planting. You know, with this movie. I do want to again talk a little bit more in particular about the Eddie Brock scene. I'm a little bit sad that Eddie Brock wasn't in direct contact with Spidey. It sucked.
I'm sad those movies suck. To me,
that's
what I'm sad about. I kind of like it. I like them, but it's just like
the fact that like I actually like Tom Hardy's Venom has actually grown on me a bit, which is it's actually pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I didn't watch Carnage.
I didn't watch it either, but I just I see the clips of it. And I'm like,
really bad. It looked bad. I don't trust Sony. I can't trust Sony with movies, man.
And you shouldn't.
Because that's why I feel bad about Morbius.
It was and damn. You're right. That's true. But I agree with you. I don't trust Sony whatsoever. But I will say this: the character Tom Hardy is Venom. The character I like. I do. He's grown on me a lot.
I do. I did like the first Venom
when he got first cast. But again, Tom Hardy is a dope ass actor.
Yeah.
And he made it fit. You know what I'm saying? But I understand where there might be contentions of how that would actually mesh with the MCU, version where there's like, is there too much comedic relief? Is there too much, mixing of character, feel like range and stuff like that? I wish pure evil Venom in the MCU. And I feel like I understand why they went the route that they did and kind of phased him back out, but left a little bit of symbiote after, kind of do what he was doing.
So
go ahead, Wade.
I would say like with the whole like Sony thing, I feel like we kind of looking at it from a very like I feel like with Marvel movies, and one of the issues I have with them is that like we all love the Marvel movies. We're like, oh my god, they're so good. Sometimes I low-key want some of them to fail just because it's because they have so much fucking money that we like to compare other movies to Marvel movies.
Yeah.
And it's not really fair because like, for example, motherfuckers on the Sony side, they need to turn a profit. Disney doesn't. Like they have so much free range with their properties.
Mickey Mouse don't give a damn, bro. He's like, listen, bro.
Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody has to sit there. Like Disney's the type of person that like you ever go to like to work and you get paid on Friday. Everybody got their check and they're like, oh, I still haven't even cashed in last time's check because they have. So that's what Disney is right now. Like they're like, oh, we're just pushing them out. Like we're just making them how we want to make them. In Sony, people need an answer for why you spent X amount of money. And when somebody says, hey, I need $10 million to make this Venom movie, and then the bigger ups give you that $10 million, you are now in debt $10 million to those motherfuckers. So now you gotta prove to them that this is worth $10 million. And it's really hard to let motherfuckers work when you're like, yo, bro, you better make me look real fucking stupid if Eddie Brock doesn't do some cool ass shit. We gotta throw in 17 action scenes. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's a different space. But I also agree with you. They haven't really been hitting at all. Like I like Eddie Brock as Venom, and by that I mean some of the clips are hilarious. Have I seen any of them from start to finish? No, I did not. I just read up on them and I keep it pushing because I haven't seen a good like superhero movie from Sony. Well, the thing is, like, I don't even know because I don't know all the Sony movies because they make more than just the superhero movies. But it just sucks because it's really hard to compare the Venom movies to me to like anything in the MCU because that shit's gonna sell regardless because they have so much free range. And that's my only issue with the whole thing is that like that's why I love DC movies, but I love the animated ones because I know that when you put a lot of money in big actors and you add all this money and shit involved, motherfuckers are not gonna take their time. Motherfuckers are gonna try to turn a profit, and that's what happens when you try to turn a profit, as opposed to the MCU where they took their sweet ass time and made profits.
Facts, and you can see it, man. The difference is very, very stark. Like you can see how MCU they have the time and license because one, they have the money to believe in that, and then they have the actual like firepower in terms of Kevin Feige, in terms of Russo brothers, like writers and stuff who actually are collaborative and share that entire vision over. They're making a whole 10-year plans. Like right now, these boys are probably talking about years, like plans that are like 6 years ahead of what we're seeing.
They literally have phases.
Again,
they think in phases. They think in phases, not movie to movie. Like they're thinking of in. Bro.
Yeah, for everybody else, it's so difficult to try and build interest and build reception to that level. You know what I'm saying? Trying to catch up. You don't have that same foundation. You didn't have any Incredible Hulk or Iron Man 1. So you're trying to build off as fast as you can and put, you plant a seed there, drop a seed there, hope that grows. And you're trying to run through, you know what I'm saying? And just trying to get some commercial acclaim while building a universe. Again, if you watch Venom 2, you can see exactly what I'm talking about in that.
They're trying to catch up.
It's hard to make that difference. Everybody's trying to catch up. You see DC trying to do all retcons and stuff like that.
They could have.
Hey, bro, this is about driving. It's about power, guys. Come on.
It's about driving. It's about power. They could have. WB really could have, but they said no. We don't like Schneider. We don't like Schneider.
WB stupid.
Stupid as fuck.
WB, they gotta really.
When you get a lot of money and when it's a lot about money. It's very hard for like the people who are up at WB. Like I don't. You're telling us you want to lose blah 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 by going with this crazy guy's idea. Where it's like in Marvel they're just like, oh, let's just pump the brakes then. Let's sit down and think about this.
And that's where I think there's the key difference though. It's like WB, they'll give it up when it's that time to, but then they'll be over every decision, and I feel like they'll be too close to home.
They micromanage, absolutely,
and then they'll ruin the quality of certain projects. Whereas Disney, like they'll of course they'll give you the go ahead and stuff like that, and they'll try and clear stuff here and there. But when it comes to the projects, you got to answer to Kevin Feige, and like Kevin Feige is running the whole show, like for the most part. I feel like there's certain exceptions to that rule, of course, with Disney because Disney is Disney, but overall, in terms of the execution of MCU movies as the other,
they let the directors run. They let the directors do what they want to do. At the end of the day,
I think to an extent, because I feel like, and I say this because of like the first two phases, a lot of the movies were pretty similar in terms of like how the characters like moved around. So like I felt like for a while Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America were all kind of just different kinds of white guys. Like they were all kind of essentially the same, but slightly different. And I will say that Disney definitely gives them leeway and gives them the funds and gives them literally whatever they need to succeed. But they will, if they see shit that they don't think will fall. I think they have like kind of like how like animate. No. It's more like, how like animated shows have like a rule for like when you draw characters, like they're like, like King of the Hill, like you can't draw Hank Hill looking a certain way or whatever the fuck. I think they have like that, but with like the Marvel formula, like, whoa, this has become very dark. We don't have any comedic relief. Let's throw in a quick joke or a quick like something like that. I think that they have more of a formula, whereas like DC, it's a bunch of people who have had success in their time. And they're like, I think this would work because it worked in my movie, whereas opposed to like Marvel, we're like, no, let's stick to the formula we all agreed on, as opposed to like, I think this is how this should go, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel you.
And that's one thing I don't like. I don't like the formula. Does it work? Absolutely.
That's just weird.
Because like I hate the Thor series. I think the entire series is bad.
Except Ragnarok.
I think the entire Thor series is bad.
Except Ragnarok.
Guardians 2.
Hold your horses there, buddy.
Bro, it's the formula. Like that's what I hate about Ragnarok. It's the formula. You have somebody killing the most powerful being in the universe, and then Hulk falls out the fucking the chopper on his face. Like, bro, what is this shit?
Okay. I will say this. In the MCU, I hate how they portray Hulk every single time.
It's a crime. It's a crime. It is a crime.
Except for like a portion of Avengers 1, I hate it. I hate it with a burning passion because Hulk is one of my favorite characters, and I'm mad how they bitched him out consistently.
We'll never get Planet Hulk, and that's the biggest
never.
That sucks. I understand why you did certain ways they did, and I understand like comic reasons why, you know what I'm saying, Thanos punked that nigga out because he actually did do that before. Like, that's real. But you didn't even give him no like big, strong, you know what I'm saying? You didn't give him his own showcase, bruh. I understand, like, dang, bruh. You couldn't even give us World Breaker for one point, and then wish everything back to normal?
One movie.
They said y'all got 2 Hulk movies and y'all ain't watched none of them. Y'all ain't gonna watch none of them now neither.
I did.
I know. I love those Hulk movies. I love those Hulk movies.
I watched the first one. I never got a chance to see the second one.
Don't Eric Bana, bro. Holy, it was weird, but I was like, yeah, I'm here for it still. Like, that's my joint. Like,
then, I mean, like, who was Abomination? Was it his pops or was it somebody random?
Which Hulk movie are you referring to?
The originals.
I think the first one.
Wait. Oh
no, Abomination wasn't even there.
It was that
like
guy who
father.
He just like kept you know that game where you roll around
energy or something like that.
Yeah.
You know that game Katamari where you roll around and you kind of just become like this big ball thing? That's basically what the villain. It was playing Katamari at the end of Hulk 1.
That was so weird. Because he just picked up some damn like power cores and he was like,
and he picked up a grate and his foot was the grate. I was just like, this is stupid.
Yeah, he just like was an energy absorber. I was like, yo, I didn't understand exactly what the fuck was going on. But
I was watching that. I was watching that on TBS for the first time, and every time a commercial came on, I'm like, this is my chance to leave. Do I continue to watch?
You're too invested at that point. You want to see how it ends.
I was just like, damn.
Bro, I was like, yo, no wonder Blade had to save y'all niggas, bro. Y'all was struggling. Y'all was struggling before and after, nigga. Before and after. It took Spider-Man to come in and save some of y'all, bro.
Spider-Man, I know Spider-Man back's hurt, bro. Spider-Man back hurts from the
comics,
from the TV show, from the toys,
from before Spider-Man 2. From before Spider-Man 2, bro.
Toby's back was hurting, not because of swinging. That's why it was hurting in that movie.
The sheer weight of holding up Marvel, titles, successes, and the brand that is Marvel, bruh. It's tough. It's tough, man.
Hell yeah.
Tough. Like it's just so much shit. But yeah, anyways, I'll skip forward a little bit. The second post-credit scene, for those that stayed in there, which I seen some people leaving in TikToks that like
amateurs, fucking amateurs.
After the first credit scene, I was like, dumbass.
I was like, come here.
I left to go to the bathroom and then came back.
Sit your ass down.
Hey, bro, facts, bro. What you asking first?
Like, if you don't hold it.
Bro, I did the funniest shit too. My brother actually thought I was leaving the theater, bro. I got up and I was like, yeah, man, that's great. And I sat my ass right back down. I'm like, fuck you, no, you think that? But yeah, the second post-credit scene was basically a giant whole reveal for the trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and damn, he in some shit,
bro.
He in some shit.
I liked it. I'm a big Doctor Strange fan. I loved it, hated it, because I can like actually click on YouTube and watch it right now. And I waited for that. And that's kind of like the whole thing about point.
I felt that way. I felt that way. I definitely felt that way.
Agree.
I was like, oh, this is cool. But then I'm literally like, I can go to my YouTube right now. It's like the first thing right there. It's like, wow, cool. So like, that's kind of a waste.
They couldn't even waited a week. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, post credits have been kind of trash these past few ones. The
Eddie Brock one I thought was cool. Like, I was like, oh shit, it's my boy Eddie. Like, that's funny as hell. Like, I was happy just to see him still relevant. Like, they were not gonna cut his shit after 2 movies.
I'm not gonna say trash, just underwhelming. I'll say underwhelming
for sure, and 1000%. But I also feel like that's because we were so used to like motherfuckers building up to Endgame that when we see now an end credits, like, well, I mean, what else can they show? The
Yeah,
Eddie
it's
Brock
true.
thing was cool. The Marvel, the Doctor Strange shit was cool. Like, well, I mean, the teaser trailer in and of itself was cool.
Yeah. Shang-Chi's was cool. I like Shang-Chi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was decent.
But it's not.
Yeah.
There's definitely they're not fucking me up with any of these. You know, like they're not hitting me with some crazy shit.
Yeah, they're not shaking the room like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm very interested and also very confused at what happened in that whole entire thing. Like I thought I saw somebody who looked like Shuma but then it didn't look like Shuma. I was like, oh, that's probably not it. Just some other like squid motherfucker. It was like 80 squid niggas. So
Yeah,
whatever. That could be anything. I'm not gonna chalk that up too much. There was just a whole lot of stuff. I loved Evil Doctor Strange in that tidbit. I was like, oh, we about to go crazy, bro. We about to tear something up.
It was like, what if we brought this from the What If universe? I was like,
yeah. Fact, I'm like, I'm not mad. I like that. Just keep more. Again, just ties across everything, bro. If it's animated, break it over there.
Yeah. Once again, my whole discourse about this is why is America here? Like she's not magic based in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why she's here. Like it's so random.
She might just get picked up. Yeah, I feel like she might get picked up because it looked like at that point like he was in that little like locked door like a naval army door or something like that, and like they were just in some weird ass space in space.
Like America Chavez
they came across each other at some point. And
doesn't make sense.
They just
I'm sorry.
each other. There has to be some explanation for this.
There's going to be, yes, of course, and of course this is to get us, theorizing and for the YouTube videos, for the hype, everything up until the movie comes. But it's like, why America? Like, first of all,
that's a bigger question for another time. That's nothing to do with Doctor Strange.
Probably is. She probably is. I love America in the comics, but like, I don't see how she fits in. At all. I don't see it.
I feel like that's gonna be that first tidbit of a trail, like the first breadcrumb of a trail. We'll see some big like reveal, but I feel like we'll see in time. They're gonna Scooby-Doo that shit for us. We'll figure it.
Real quick, Charles, have you read the new Doctor Strange run? Well, not new. It's probably like a few years old now, but like when they rebooted it, and he was fighting
where he like pretty much loses his magic.
Yeah, and he was fighting those dudes who were stealing magic or whatever.
Yeah.
Remember like that girl that he picks up that was like a librarian or whatever the fuck? She might fill that role. Like she might just be like the smaller, like I don't do magic, so
but I study it,
or like,
and all that.
or just to be there to explain it to us, the audience, like that kind of a vibe.
Yeah, and I'm about to say like, well, they're setting up again. I feel like again, that's actually a good point. I mean, New Avengers. I see it in the chat. Like New Avengers, still that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like we still have some people to go through.
We need some Eli out there. We need. Yes.
You got Eli out there, you know what I'm saying? Got a couple other people, you know what I'm saying? Like Ironheart's still out there. She got to be introduced in some series.
Hey, we got Miles. Miles is out there. Miles is out there.
Here.
He's canon. Like there's canon out here. So
and so you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Amadeus and Riri facts.
Bro, that could be a serious thing, bro. Like, and also a good point. Jay makes a good point in the chat. He's like, Wanda, she about to do something dangerous, bro. And I was just talking about that while you went on a break, Charles. This could be a really, really big point to, again, bust it wide open, no pun intended, on the entire multiverse, bro. Because Wanda's already dabbling in some crazy stuff with the dark code.
Yes.
Already dabbling, you know what I'm saying, with that book of sugar magical wise. She's kind of going crazy off the rails. How could the weight of the multiverse impact what she might do and what will she do? You know what I'm saying? If she has all that power right now and stuff gets crazy, stuff goes left. What y'all thinking?
Doctor Strange is Mephisto.
I hate this, bro. When they actually introduce this man, he's gonna be the most simple introduction ever. This nigga's gonna walk through a door. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I'm Mephisto. What's going on?" And it's gonna be so gratifying.
It's gonna be some Lucifer type shit.
Oh my god.
So the question is, how does what she was doing in
Wanda's gonna do? What do you think Wanda's gonna do? You see her in the trailer.
Essentially, just trying to undo what she did. Well,
undo.
So I don't see it because she's so dedicated to getting her fake kids now. I don't think there's any influencing her to reverse whatever she did. So I think what happens now is because Strange knows he pretty much tore the multiverse in a sense. He's coming to Wanda. We see We see him walk up to her, and she goes to like blabbering of the mouth. Oh, because she thinks she's in trouble. So he's like, oh, I know I made mistakes. So he's like, I'm not here for that. One, I was mad because I'm like, Strange, you knew all that shit, but you didn't come to help. Facts. Fuck you.
Bro,
very Doctor Strange of him.
Bro, some dead on Illuminati type vibe. He was watching this stuff from the cut, like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we keep an eye on it, dog.
Literally. But so what happens here? I think that Baron Mordo shows up. And Doctor Strange, because he's not the Sorcerer Supreme, he doesn't have the Time Stone. He does not have the power to stop Mordo. So he needs Wanda's help in order to assist him in order to stopping Mordo. Because it doesn't seem as if Strange is trying to reverse whatever Wanda did either. So that's the only thing I see is Mordo trying to extract some revenge. He's not powerful enough to stop it. Needs to outsource some help. And that's pretty much it.
Got you. What do you think Wanda's gonna do?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't watched any of the TV shows. I don't really know what happened. No, man. I haven't. I don't really. So the thing is, like, I've been trying to. Man, after watching Endgame, I was kind of just marveled out, and they were like, "Yo, we got TV shows," and they kept pumping them out, and I was just like, I really don't feel like doing.
You don't need to watch Winter Soldier, and you don't need to watch that
one. That's the thing is, like, I heard so many mixed reviews. People are like, I like them. Some people are like, it's good if you want to, like, if you care about the movies, and I'm just like, I don't really care. I would wish I could just read the shit, honestly. But I don't know what Wanda's gonna do. What I'm excited for is evil Doctor Strange. But I want a darker Doctor Strange personally. I don't know if you like. A lot of the Doctor Strange stuff that I know from is from like some of the comic books and the animated TV show, not the TV, the animated movie. And I really loved how dark the animated movie was. The motherfuckers would just die left and right, and it's because that's the life.
This is Marvel, man.
Yeah, no, and I know, and that's what is like. That's what I'm like. Yeah. I feel like the tone is gonna be a little bit darker. I feel like I'm gonna get let down because I watched the first Doctor Strange movie and I was like, oh, this shit is so safe. It's not even funny. Like I couldn't use this. If I took this movie, turned it into a blade, I wouldn't even be able to cut like a slice of bread out of it. Like I couldn't do. You can't do shit with it. And I was just like, this is cool, I guess. So like, I don't know what's really gonna happen. Maybe I don't like. I truly just don't even know. But I'm excited because I like Doctor Strange. I love the actor who plays Mordo. I think his name is Mordo, right? The dude with the dreads.
Yeah. Chitwell Adafor.
Yeah, like I really loved him in the first movie, and I'm excited. He's great. I'm excited to get more Doctor Strange outside of Doctor Strange being a vehicle for story, like actual Doctor Strange story.
Yes.
So I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm excited, but I feel like if it's a Wanda thing, from what I can tell. I honestly think that from what I know of the show, this could be her trying to redeem herself for some of the damage that she's done. To an extent. And it could be what I feel like will end up happening. It'll be like, you need to do it for the greater good or your selfishness. And it's going to be like one of those things.
And listen, I'll put on my tinfoil hat and get it going. But like, she's shown that, sometimes she will do things. For her, I guess this is her best interest. The whole Westfield with the kids.
Yeah, she didn't give two shits.
To try and find her kids, like
after everything,
still very much driven by a lot of internal, feelings to find her family in a sense. She don't have vision no more. This boy doing some, he turned into, you know what I'm saying? The all white paint job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he gone. He got the ice cream paint job. He just lifted out. He's gone. So she's really searching for family right now, and I feel like that still will drive her to a lot of crazy decisions. And when pushed by a lot of this, the conflict that she might get into, she gonna be put under a lot of stress, bro. This is some multiversal stuff. She dealing with actual sorcerers, bro. She ain't dealt with real sorcerers besides Strange before, so she gonna get put through her pace.
Well, she dealt with Agatha.
Her and Agatha Harkness, but like. I don't think Agatha Harkness was an old school witch though, not like a traditional sorcerer. She's an old school.
Correct.
Witch. It's still kind of crazy because she absorbed powers.
Right, and I feel like the old school witch is probably stronger. Yeah,
possibly. True. But that might be that on top of whatever multiversal threat comes to mess with Strange, evil Doctor Strange as well. That could put some real pressure on her, and I feel like that could drive her to do some real crazy stuff. And I'm like, House of M's in the back of my head.
Yes.
House of M's in the back of my head because of this.
Because we've seen Wanda does not do well under pressure at all. She folds. She folds under pressure.
She definitely does fold under pressure.
Literally.
She's not sturdy at all. Like, and mentally, we've seen her crack already. We've seen her crack. Now, if she's actually like faced against niggas who are able to deal with her powers, she's gonna get put through the ringer,
bro.
She's going to get dealt with, and then she's going to revert to her her fight or flight, and she's gonna fight, but her mind's gonna snap. Like I think that's what's going to happen.
As a Nexus being with that much power, Groovy J is saying it right here in the chat. She's as strong or stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme, but she's going to tear it up if you push her again. Mentally wise, to be under that level of stress. To again, what if she gets tormented? What if she gets put in like some type of illusion or something like that, where somebody like she sees her kids getting stabbed or something like that? She will literally tear this whole place apart.
Yes,
it's already on such a thin line as it is. You know what I'm saying? The multiverse is already breaching. You know, the universes are merging and stuff like that. It's already on a thin line that Doctor Strange is trying to fix. If one thing goes wrong on their side, especially with Wanda, it's gonna be a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, who knows what's gonna come through? And again, that's the use of her chaos magic, stuff like that. That's just House of M written all over in my head,
bro.
A lot of conflict that Doctor Strange, he's gonna have to contend with her using her powers and trying to work with her. And trying to fight everybody else, like, Mordo and stuff on that side. There's a lot of stuff he has to deal with. But if she snaps, it's curtains.
In the story of, because this is going to be a wizard movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a multiversal movie. What if we get Loki in here,
bro? I can see Loki popping up.
I can see Loki making an appearance in here, or in maybe end credit scene, maybe because Because what we see that Marvel is doing, they're integrating their shows into the movies, making them absolute canon.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see. So I think they'll time it perfectly. So when the great timeline breaks in Loki, they'll probably show Doctor Strange, his forget spell, whatever, maybe. But whatever spell that happens in the multitude of the multiverse, whatever it's called, I think they'll sync chronologically, or chronological as a multiverse. They'll happen at the same moment. I think she'll break, and then that's when the main timeline breaks as well, and then they'll show that in the end credit scene.
I can definitely see that. And just to mention, I also wanted to kind of combine this other point in with this conversation. Doctor Strange, even though he did that, the spell at the end of No Way Home, he's already done a lot more damage than he thinks. Even though he forgot he even put down the maybe he didn't forget he put down the spell, but he forgot that Peter Parker existed, so it worked on him. So he might have forgot he even did that. And think about it, the way that they fixed all of these characters, all the enemies, and put them back in their timelines, that changes something,
bro. Those are Nexus events. Like those weren't supposed to happen. Those were not supposed to happen.
He literally mentioned directly it was their fate. They had to die, but
they didn't. So, but we also have to look at what Hulk said in Endgame. You can't change your past, because once you change your past, it becomes your current present. So therefore, what happens in the future is destined to happen.
Yeah.
So I think that's also Marvel's way of saying nothing really changes. We can do whatever we want, but because we put everything back into the past, it's now destined, and that was supposed to happen.
Okay.
So
I can see it for Doc Ock's situation. I can definitely see it, because if you put him back in the same spot he was, you know what I'm saying? The whole power of the sun shit's still gonna happen. The reactor thing is still gonna occur, and he's still gonna have to kill himself basically to save everything. I can understand that, but with Green Goblin, with any other characters, I can see them still being alive and still with Electro and everybody, I can still see them being alive and continuing on after that point, and that might be a whole different thing. You're still messing with a lot of different stuff, so that might do more damage than good in terms of the timeline and all the decisions that Doctor Strange had to make up to this point to keep the timeline safe. You know what I'm saying? That 1 in 14 million possibilities what I feel like it was more than just those calculations in the Endgame stuff, the Endgame Infinity War stuff. I feel like that had to deal with everything he was tapping into, and now he's just meddling with it more. He's poking the bear more and more. And with this last stuff that he did with Spider-Man, it poked it even more, and that's why he's going right into Multiverse of Madness, and that's why stuff is cracking at the seams. That's what I feel like, and it's just building on itself till something really bad is going to happen, or something really big is going to happen to either stabilize or send us into complete chaos. Like one or two things. That's the only two. But yeah, that also ties into the point of, I had a question. So with the Morbius movie and stuff coming out, I know some people are excited, some people not. So they're getting put back in that timeline, and we saw like, you know, is it in the Amazing Spider-Man universe? Because apparently, because of the Venom, like the Morbius trailer, he knows Venom. He knows of Venom. He said, "I am Venom" and stuff like that. So it exists. And in that same trailer, we saw like a murderer thing over. I think it was Andrew Garfield's like Spider-Man suit. So that's a thing. So
and it's Sony universe, so it's safe to say that was probably Andrew's Spider-Man.
But then Vulture, who is in the MCU, is in that trailer as well, which is also very confusing. I'm like, is there tie-ins?
That's what it's gonna be.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's just a different guy.
It's a new Vulture. It's a new Vulture, baby. Oh my gosh! But you know, it is what it is, man. I'm just interested to see how or if things change with the events of this movie, and then create possibly new branch realities, and how that might, you know, tie back in on itself going forward with the multiverse breaking. Like again, something could easily snap, and then people could end up back in, you know, Tom Holland's MCU verse. You know what I'm saying? Or jump into another one. Stuff can get real dicey going forward if you know, things are held constant. We'll see though. A question from Groovy J. He said, "Who y'all want to see a cameo in Multiverse of Madness?"
Speaking of, quick question before we segue. I just want to, man. Speaking of cameos, I'm kind of sad that Stan didn't get to see this, man. I was thinking about this. Man, Stan did not get to see all three of his Spider-Men together on the big screen. He didn't get to see it.
That sucks, man.
That really shit hurt. Like I was waiting for it. Like I was like,
I know. Like and that is damn, man.
It's the end of an era. That's what it feels like. It's just like we won't see it.
And I feel like I could totally see some artwork that like did this like in memoriam of him, you know? Like I could totally see it. Like,
and they didn't do that either. I thought they would have, like, and Steve Ditka as well.
Yeah, facts. Crazy, man. But hey, Stan, he knows what impact he had on millions of people with these characters. And again, I agree. I wish he was there to see it, but damn, it just would have been an icing on the cake if they had something, you know, put a little mural or something like that up in New York City and like have him something. I don't know, something. I would have liked that as well, but I understand, you know, the game is the game, I guess. But yeah, man, the GOAT. Oh man, that's all. Fun. But yeah.
But cameos in
Multiverse of Madness. What would y'all want to see?
I would like to see Loki. I would like to see something like in regards to the great timeline, and if we're talking about magicians, the god of chaos. I mean, mischief. Like I think that he would be great. A cool tie would probably be Dr. Voodoo. If you guys are familiar with Dr. Voodoo. I think that'd be a pretty cool tie-in since we're like getting deeper into the magic of the Marvel.
Magic from the X-Men would be interesting.
I would love to see Magic, but like we have to get
the X-Men.
So what if Wanda does do that for some, like House of M? What if no more mutants brings mutants? Like it's the opposite.
Again, they do a lot of MCU spin. Listen, listen. She can just be like, I just want my kids here. Like I just want, you know, blank hair or whatever. And then boom, pure whiteness, goes back normal family, end of the movie and stuff, and they're there. And then you get a post credit, mutants start popping up, left, right, and center, or some mention of a mutant.
The best way they could introduce mutants would be a kid who literally just found out he can like breathe fire or something, and then it's like somebody's here to see you, and then you see like the Professor X chair rolling.
Yeah.
Now that's all you need.
Yeah.
That would be fire.
That would be
Fire.
fucking fire.
Fire. I'm with that. I'm with that, man. I do that, and I agree with Jay. I do want to see a Kang variant pop up. I don't know when the next Ant-Man movie is popping up. I don't know when Quantumania is happening. I think it's 2023. I think
We getting more Ant-Man movies? That's sick.
Yeah.
We're getting Quantumania next, and then that's definitely gonna have Kang in it. Kang is gonna show up at some point.
2023.
Oh, I gotta watch
2023.
TV shows
I want one. Now that we've had this whole mention about Kang and he's now a thing here, and he's kind of like this big looming threat. I want one more mention of him before we get another full look. I just want another tease, another taste test.
He has to be his.
Cause it's been a whole. They made it a whole debacle, man. It's like, yo, this dude is coming. Like we made this so.
Bro, he has to be just as threatening as. He has to be just as threatening as Thanos. Like, bro, they built Thanos up for years.
They have
years. He has to be.
And again,
he has to be God tier level. He has to be.
Facts. And it's like, I would like to do it if like, oh, they show one Kang variant that's like it's progressively worse than the last, and then maybe in like little post credit scenes and little like offshoots, they get killed by the big Kang, like the Conqueror, like the actual Conqueror or something like that.
Because we didn't get Kang. We got the one above all.
We got the old man version, you know what I'm saying? The settle down joint, which is there. But I'm not mad at that. But again, it also was a great preface because it was such a good performance and a good like it was like a not a foreshadow, but like a forewarning, like a foreboding tale. It's like, yo, bruh, if stuff goes left, I'm not the worst one you gonna see, bruh. Like, and
that's what he said. That's what he said.
It was just a fantastic warning. So I would love to see how they kind of manifest Kang like piece by piece until the Conqueror shows up in a really big way. So yeah, that's what I definitely would like to see. I'm about to say. Besides that, what other? I mean, Shuma Gorath would be cool to see, but I feel like he's not going to show up whatsoever. But I saw that Shuma Gorath is like some interdimensional octopus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dope. Push Doctor Strange, you know what I'm saying, through his paces.
Yeah.
But I don't think they would, I don't think they might go that far with the multiverse stuff because he's in his own dimension. I don't know if they would like drop that bomb in Multiverse of Madness. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
With this movie, I'm trying to approach it knowing I'm gonna watch the TV shows before because I actually want to understand this one. Like I went to the Spider-Man thing. Yeah. Like if I see some shit, I'll just look it up later. Like it's whatever. Because I love Spider-Man, but I was like, I'm sure they're gonna explain it super easily. With Doctor Strange, I just feel like there's a lot of moving parts, and it seems very tied into the TV shows, so I'll definitely watch it. Yeah. But other than that, I just kind of want to go in there with like the least amount of knowledge as possible. Because I was like, when we were watching Spider-Man, I knew about the fucking shit happening with the Spider-Man, and I can't remember if I told Panda about it or not. But I remember seeing her face when she saw them pop up, and I was like, oh, I was like kind of jealous because like I wish I had that moment that you just had. But I'm happy that I got to at least see it because even if they weren't in the movie, I wouldn't have been surprised. I'm like, well, the motherfuckers brought back the Green Goblin. Why wouldn't they bring back the other Spider-Man? But like, seeing her face, I was like, my whole heart like that. So that's kind of what I'm going into it with most of the Marvel movies and everything. I just want to be surprised, and I think they're gonna do a pretty good job with it just because of like it's ground that we don't really know. Even with this movie, like like we knew about Spider-Man, like we watched obviously all the other Spider-Man, so we kind of know what we were getting into. But like with Doctor Strange movies, and why I love him so much is because he was one of the first superheroes that I didn't really hear about too much. The only thing I ever saw about Doctor Strange was the one animated movie, and that shit I feel like changed my life because I was like, whoa, I never seen a fucking Marvel movie this dark. This shit's gas.
Yeah.
And that's why I am excited for this one because I don't have to worry about people coming up to me like, well, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like nobody's walking up like with the fucking, now they are. Yeah. Now everybody has like the fucking amulet or whatever. But back in the day, nobody gave a fuck about Doctor Strange. And now I'm happy that he has his own movie and that it's in ground that I haven't seen covered before.
Yeah.
And all people can do is have hearsay, you know what I'm saying? Or the majority of people can do is have hearsay on what they can see because again, not people ain't out here flocking in droves to see like Doctor Strange because they know him like Spider-Man. Like
facts.
It's different levels. So the stuff that we get in this movie, I feel like will be way bigger than just the wheelhouse of Doctor Strange, like characters or enemies. We're gonna get a whole bunch of stuff, but again, with that main crux, the fact that we have that anonymity is gonna be really good. It's gonna be really good. We're never gonna know exactly what we're gonna get from the multiverse of madness. So it's everything compiled on top of a Doctor Strange story, which would be a really
definitely.
It's gonna be a dope experience, man. People saying like, "Yo, this might be the best one yet. This might be the best MCU movie like yet in general." Just
I don't know. I don't know. No Way Home just happened.
I'm like,
are you gonna top No Way Home? I don't know.
I don't know, but I'm just excited for it plot wise of how it can push the envelope on all the phases and what's been going on with Marvel so far. That's
I just want to see how they're gonna just tie in everything multiversal, like what they're gonna do with it. Because all we're getting is like teases. Like we're not well. Of course, I think the Spider-Man
right now, man.
Breadcrumbs, and like I need something. Like of course we got No Way Home, so we know there is a multiverse.
But where's the stuff we haven't seen yet? Where's the Fantastic Four? Where are the mutants? Because we can.
Where are the mutants, man?
We all want it.
And I think that's the biggest thing. That's what I'm waiting for. Like, how are we going to remedy mutants? How? Like, I pray to God they don't do Inhumans. Oh my God, please don't.
But that's gonna be
right. Because Inhumans are more easily explained, but whatever. But I just want to see the product. I want to see the product of like all the movies and shows that we've sat through, like all the sit down theory talks that we've doing. Like, how are they going to build upon this? Where's the final product? Like, what are we going to get from this? Like, of course, we can do all the speculations we want, but that doesn't give us what we want. Like, give us how are we gonna get that? Like, that's what I'm dying for.
I won't be at peace until
I won't. Never. Never.
In the MCU film.
Never.
I won't be. And
like
it's gonna be a long wait though. It's going to be a long wait.
I don't know.
I mean, for a couple of years, a long wait. Honestly, I think. Well, actually, you're right. Damn, we don't know.
It might be sooner. It might be sooner than you think.
Hold on. Let me look at this fucking Marvel lineup.
Could be in March. Like, who knows, man? Who honestly does know? I know for a fact, like, tangibly, we will have something by the time Fantastic Four comes out. But that's in, like, 2026 or something like that. So that's why I'm saying it's a long time before we physically, we for sure know something new is coming that we were anticipating and stuff like that. Because Fantastic Four, I love Fantastic Four. But then, of course, the movies were damn. That. But in the MCU version, it could be really, really promising to see how everything, is going into that and building upon it.
Yeah, facts.
It's dope. Jay said, really curious to see what that beacon in Shang-Chi is attracting. I'm also very interested to see that as well, because I don't know. So many questions, bro. So many questions. And why the hell is Wong training Abomination? That's also
bruh.
I feel like he's Sorcerer Supreme. As Sorcerer Supreme, he's just helping people out, and he might be helping Ross out with Thunderbolts. But that's just my theory. You know what I'm saying? They might be putting stuff together. But
I doubt it.
Honestly, like, I don't know why he's actually training dude. Just because maybe Wong's just a nice dude. I don't know. And he's teleporting them back and forth to locations and stuff. But maybe he has an understanding with somebody. I don't know.
Okay.
But.
So real quick, I just want to go through like the timeline for future Marvel products. So we got Morbius coming out January 28th, 2022. We got Miss Marvel. Right. We got Miss Marvel coming out in 2022 summer. Doctor Strange coming out May 6th. Why can you say Multiverse of Madness. Love and Thunder July 8th.
Love and Thunder can have a lot of stuff in it too, bro.
Right. She-Hulk. Moon Knight, Spider-Verse, October. Yep. Wakanda Forever, November 11th. Ooh.
I hope they push that back.
Ooh.
Please, like, y'all gotta take y'all time with that,
bro. I hope they push that back.
I don't know. Like,
okay.
It's December, right? It's December. We have less than a year for that. I don't know.
Let's see.
Maybe vax mandates won't be a thing by that time, Maybe we'll get some actors back. No, gonna be on the woke side over here.
Yeah, dude. Bro, I know Ryan Coogler punching the air right now, bro. I know he pissed off at this, bro, because all the extra writing that he has to do right now.
Just smoking 3 cigarettes at the same time.
Bro, like Tripp.
God damn, Latita.
Just one fucking shot.
Bro, imagine fumbling a fucking Disney Marvel bag.
I couldn't imagine that because that doesn't even make sense to me. It's like imagining a new color. I can't do that. That's out of my wheelhouse.
Can I Google her contract?
Can I Google the number? I got my Vax card.
Bro,
I will dead ass rock bottom my auntie for a Marvel contract like that. I'm gonna keep it a stack. To keep the sanctity of my Marvel contract there, I'm like, yo, listen, I'll do the hospital bill, bro. I'm like,
bruh.
People's elbow. I gotta take the elbow
buy
pad
the
off and all
hospital
that.
with a Marvel bag.
Yeah.
You feel me,
bro? Like it's tough. It's tough,
bro. So Shorty net worth is $4 million. That's her net worth.
That's her Marvel contract right there, bro. That's for one joint. That was for one.
Oh damn.
Oof.
Oh shoot, hold on 1 second.
Oh, I was gonna say, did he disconnect?
No, it's fine.
Man was so mad.
Oh, bro, like, man, her net worth is $4 million, so I'm assuming her contract is pretty much that.
At least $3 million. At
least $3 million.
I just can't.
You're fumbling $3 million on another movie.
Oh.
Okay, let's be honest. Marvel doesn't deal in movies. Marvel deals in phases, sequences.
Franchise.
You're passing up potentially double-digit meals over what, a COVID vaccine?
Over YouTube conspiracy theories. Let's not act like it's not what it's not. It's over shit that she heard and thinks. And you know what I hear?
It was a doctor. It was a Dr. Sebi joint. That's what she was listening to.
It ain't be me, bro.
Ain't no way. Not the doctor.
Bro. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they'll have to recast for Black Panther.
Shuri.
That is coming. Yeah, they'll recast Shuri because she wants to be stupid. November 11th. I really hope they change that day.
They gotta move it. They have to. If they don't move it, they are cocky as shit. If they don't move it,
bro,
that would be nuts.
You just gonna big dig 9/11? That's crazy.
There
has to be a massive amount of just confidence and progress in the rewrites, the reshoots, all of that.
If that shit is ass, it's racially charged. They didn't move it because they're racist.
I mean, this is Disney, so
Walt would be proud.
They can make that happen, man.
He said Pop would be proud. So God, man. So they've got some movies lined up. So like, and then we got Fantastic Four in the works, and also Blade. We got Quantumania July 28th, and then
Blade.
Guardians May 5th.
Guardians.
Did y'all see Eternals?
No.
All right.
I should probably go watch that. I
need a link now. God damn it! I need a link.
Hey, allegedly.
Didn't you send me an alleged link? Allegedly,
I can send y'all some.
I
mean, yeah.
Could you allegedly send that
for Fandango?
For Fandango? Oh yeah, look, I need that. Hit
me up after the show. Now.
If y'all want that alleged link, go follow that man Tripp. Alleged.
Just turn it on.
I'm about to make that a command, bro.
Allegedly.
Gotta turn on my alleged VPN.
Bro, someone said it, not me, but it's good. Oh man, but yeah, just back to the film, man. No Way Home. Y'all did the damn thing. For me, I give it an 8.59 out of 10, just because everything combined, nostalgia fueled. If you hating, fuck you. It is what it is. No, I'll play. But I just, again, from an objective standpoint, I thought it was a solid movie. It really did everything that it was supposed to do. I think on the base requirements, there were some areas where it could have been a little tighter. Of course, looking at some factors, characterization, giving some people a little bit more time to shine.
Yeah.
But overall, I thought it was a great movie. And Spider-Man fan, literally like the same like 4-year-old kid that was in movie theaters when Spider-Man 1 dropped, was so happy watching this from minute 1 to minute, whatever it finished to the post credits. It was dope. It was fantastic, and I'm gonna see it again.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
See it again.
When it drops, I'm buying it. I don't buy movies often. I bought Spider-Verse, and I'm buying this one. I don't buy movies often, but
I talk to my brother, bro. My little brother, he don't get excited for no movies, bro. He don't get excited for nothing. He really doesn't. Like, he only get excited for like something, like a couple games, and that's it. He don't really do that hype stuff.
Yeah.
This nigga was in the movie theater with me. Like, afterwards, he's like, "Yo, bro, that was fire, man. I can't even lie, bro." He was up there like, "Yo, bro, you know I didn't even watch movies like that, but that was dope. That was fan." I'm like, "You know." It was dope, bro.
Hell
Fantastic.
yeah.
Cannot wait to see it again. Thank you.
Shit was fire. Like, it was a much needed film, I will say. For me, as a Spider-Man fan, all the nostalgia, all the things that we didn't get to see in the past Spider-Man movies, they covered like some of that. Would have loved to see more, but they did what they really needed to do in that movie. Like, to be honest,
a pretty decent chef's kiss for, not like a whole but just a
it was a good swan song for like the older fans, and a great fanfare for the new Spider-Man coming of age, man. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yep. It was amazing. Never mind. All right, never mind. Nobody called it. No, but yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't even get. I missed that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I missed that one.
Come on, man. Oh shoot, man. But all right. When how you feel about this one?
If I have to give it a score, that's the issue.
I mean, if you want to, you can give it just.
No, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really fun. I definitely am gonna watch it again. So I'm not gonna go watch it again on my own. But like, if my brother is like, "Oh, I haven't seen it yet," I'll be like, "All right, I'll go with you if you need somebody to go with." If it goes on Disney Plus or whatever streaming service, I'm definitely copping. I'm definitely watching it, maybe like 2 more times. Really enjoyed it. Definitely think I would have enjoyed it more if they would have took more risks, but I understand why they don't take these risks, because we don't have 3 Spider-Mans because the lack of risks. I'll tell you that right now. they probably taken enough risks. If I had to give it a score, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I had to give it a score, so I don't think any movie's perfect. So nothing will ever get a 10. 9 is the highest anything can get. I'm gonna go with an 8.5. Which is, I feel like, I think it's very 8.5 is very, and I'm being very generous.
I like that. It's great.
I want to sit here. Sometimes the hater in me really wants to bash a movie that everybody loves. Just off the strength. Sometimes I do, especially since the fact that this movie got spoiled for me. Sometimes I really want to be like, yeah, that shit was ass. But like, it's really hard, because that's the thing, is that, like, when I saw the 3 Spider-Man, I'm like, oh, so this was right. Like, it wasn't anything shocking to me. Or even when I saw the first trailer, I was like, oh, so when I saw the first trailer, I was actually angry, because I was like, fuck, they were right. I was like, everything, that one tweet that didn't say spoilers on fucking top of it. Fuck, if I can find whoever put that tweet up, I will literally kill you. I will Andrew Garfield your girlfriend before this one. Like, I will fucking allegedly. But even the fact that I went in there wanting to hate it and did it, I have to give it its prop. It's definitely an 8.5. I definitely would recommend. I would definitely watch it a second time with somebody. I don't know if I'd go watch it a second time by myself, but I don't think I've ever went back to a movie twice, because them shit is expensive.
I'm sorry, bro. You just Tripp dead, bro. You said you was finna give it that backbreaker right there, bro, and calmly went back to the critique of the movie.
I was at work.
Holy hell, the poise.
I was at work, literally, like, scrolling on Twitter, and then I'm like, "That's Spider-Man? Is that like they had pictures of like Andrew Garfield with fucking Tom Holland?" And I was like,
"Yeah.
Oh, damn." And this, you know when this was? This was in not March, it was February 2020. So this is like almost a full year ago I knew about this story. And then, like, for that whole year, I'm like, is it actually gonna happen like that? Like, no, I haven't heard anything. Maybe it's not. Then I saw the trailer.
Photoshop.
No, this dude's, come on now. Come on. Like, And ever since then, I've been off of movie Twitter. I've never touched movie Twitter again. I want nothing to do with movie Twitter. I don't want anything to do with any movie shit related at all. Games, maybe. Like you could hit me up with like, Batman is gonna be in the next fucking whatever, and I'm gonna be like, okay, that's cool. I still got like 4 years, and I get to. If you spoil something in a video game, it's a 30-hour game. I'm gonna enjoy fucking 40 hours of it. If you spoil a plot point in a movie, you've essentially ruined.
That ruins the whole thing.
The whole thing. There's only so much movie in a movie. So 8.5.
Yeah, that cuts the whole thing out. Like that's insane. Yeah, I know. But I know I got too close to the sun because I think I saw like a little snippet of like the scene where Doctor Strange and Spider-Man were fighting and then the train joint, but without all the effects. I saw that for like 5 seconds and I threw my phone. I was like, no, we can't do that. No. Nah. And I tried to keep a low profile from there. And I saw like I think the first 2 trailers. And I was like, yeah, I saw that. And I was like, yeah, bro, nah, I'm done. I'm not watching any of this.
I have a 1 trailer rule. I only watch 1 trailer.
Yeah.
Not the teaser.
From now on, that's what I'm doing.
Not the teaser. If it's like, so if there's a teaser and it's like 48 seconds, I don't waste that. I don't waste the 1 trailer on that. But if it's like, yo, here's the first trailer, the first TV spot, minute 20, maybe 3 minute, like I'll watch that, but I won't watch more than 1 because then you know the whole movie.
I feel that.
Yeah, I feel you. It's a just keep the suspense for people. Just keep suspense, man. Let's just keep that up, please. That'd be nice. But yeah,
please.
Overall, man. Spider-Man, it's just great. Jay, I know. The man he said, we guys don't choose, we take it. Green Goblin, fantastic. He's dope, bro.
Hell yeah.
Willem Dafoe's goat. But yeah, overall, Spider-Man, what a film. And that's all the topics I got, bro. I was gonna go into the other part too, bro. We don't need it, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I would save that for another time, dog. We could leave that later down the line, man. I think that was good enough. We had 2 hours on the pod. I didn't know it was gonna be. I did not know it was gonna be this serious, but it was.
Hey, it was worth 2 hours. Shit.
It's worth it. It was so worth it, man. Hey, shout outs for y'all that haven't seen it and watch this entire thing or listen.
I don't know why y'all was here.
I don't know why sick freaks. You sick monsters. I don't understand how y'all
fucking masochist.
I said it in the beginning of the. I told the other spoilers. I even put it in my chat a few times. I put it in the title.
Same.
And it was funny because as soon as I said it, I remember Suki was like, "Hey, when?" And I was like, "Yo, spoilers for Spider-Man." She's like, "All right, I'm gonna see you later." I'm like, "No problems." If nobody showed up to this episode, I would not have blamed anybody.
That's fine.
But if y'all didn't click back on it after you watched it,
this is a really sensitive joint. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once it gets on apps and stuff like that, you know, you need to rate that, share that, all that stuff like that. But beforehand, if you haven't seen the movie, don't come here, you know? But people like
your
that,
sanity.
You know what I'm saying? They be doing all that weird stuff, you know what I'm saying? Pouring milk before cereal, you know what I'm saying? Taking a shit after they shower, like, some weird shit like that, bro. But shout outs to everybody that came through for this episode, this special episode.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's give a big shout out and thank you to our guest today, Charles the Sauce, for his commentary, for his thoughts, for his energy. We love it. We appreciate you for coming on for this impromptu special
thanks for having me
episode of No Cooldown.
Had to be here.
Yes. And any thoughts on today?
Oh, bro. I mean, I would love to be on here again. You know, this is great.
I have to have like a comic book club. I have to do something like that.
I'm down.
I'm behind. I'm so behind on comics, but
yeah. I haven't even started.
I'm not gonna lie. I know where to start. We need to hit that milestone. We need to hit up that static. We need to hit up that. Yeah, boy. You need to.
I mean, when it comes to comics, as y'all can see, I'm a Marvel head, so you know.
Hey, listen.
I'm more of a DC game.
I'm not hating player. I can go anywhere. It's cool. But yeah, man, we definitely got to get it in another time. We gonna have you on this podcast again on the creator side, bro. We definitely gonna have you the full breakdown interview and stuff like that. I know you already did one on another channel. I do got to see that still.
We actually have to redo that one. There was some audio ish. Yeah, we have to redo that one, so we're gonna do it again. But so hopefully sometime this week, maybe.
Bet. So we still gonna have you on this pod again at some point.
Of course.
Appreciate you. Any closing thoughts before we get on out of here?
Go read some comic books. Don't go watch the movie for sure, but actually go read some comic books, because when I promise you that they haven't even scratched the surface with all the money that they put into it, there's so much out there.
Yo, yeah. 100%. Yeah, I don't know the half, bro. And I like dabble. I read some stories and stuff when I can online.
Same.
I catch up on things.
Yeah.
Like, if you knew, like, oh my gosh, Civil War would have looked way different, boy. I tell you that.
Old Man Logan is something completely different,
bro.
What?
They don't know, man.
Oh my goodness, you didn't know.
It's for the real. It's for the real.
Facts, man. But my closing notes is everybody please have a good holiday, man. We will be back in the new year. Y'all have a beautiful, you know what I'm saying, holiday season. Festivus, Kwanzaa, all that stuff, Christmas Eve, Boxing Day, whatever y'all want to call it, break from work. If y'all at work, take a break anyways, because, but you know what I'm saying? Like, appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Next year is going to be a big one. I can't wait to see what the pod does, what all this Marvel stuff does, what these fine gentlemen here do, what we all do. It's going to be dope, man. So I can't wait to see all of y'all in 2022.
Absolutely.
Right, man. With that being said, you know what I'm saying, for everybody listening, we up out of here. All right, bet. And that's the end of the recording. So who we gonna raid?
I'm gonna raid Semi.
You ready? I'm down with Semi.
I was gonna say that too, because I know she literally had the return stream today.
She just got this back up. Yeah, I just peeped it. I was like, I gotta show love. All right,
let's go. I was dead. I was gonna say triple raid Semi, so we on the same accord.
Let's do it.
Grab her user. Shout out, again, double shout out to everybody that came through, man. This was mad fucking impromptu and shit like that, man. Like, I thank y'all so much.
For sure, this was
my heart is warm, bro. Facts. This was the first time I streamed it like a damn week, bro, because of work and all that shit, man. People still pulling up and stuff.
I'm streaming tomorrow morning.
Tell me about it, bro.
This is like the pre-stream.
Restream.
Oh shoot! There.
Let me pull a shorty else. I gotta actually watch when we get in here.
Don't you hate having to watch an ad? We're like, yo,
bro,
put me in that shit right now.
I hate it so.
I'm dead.
All right.
Okay, I don't have my chat bot on chat because I don't wait. Is it on here? I don't think it is. Yeah, I have my chat bot. All right, so there's not gonna be a raid message because I didn't want to have sound alerts doing the fucking pod, but appreciate y'all coming through. Let's see. Let me know when y'all hit them raid buttons. We lost Tripp.
Oh, maybe
that man.
All right,
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. It cut out for a second, but it's fine. I got it. I'm live.
All right, bet.
All right,
there's a button.
All right, my raid's go up.
5, 4.
All right.
3. My button's available.
2, 1.
Okay, my button's available now.
All right. I'm about to click it. We out of here. Appreciate you coming through the pod. Deuces.
Nice.